What is up, guys? Houdini here, and welcome back to Nobody Wants to Die. This is a brand new Blade Runner inspired detective game. It's pretty damn cool. Hell yes, it's giving me kind of vibes of Observer, if you remember that as well. But I swear to God, if Blade Runner Minority Report had a baby, throw in a little bit of Bioshock, why not? You would get Nobody Wants to Die. Pretty cool so far. Hell yes. We've gone through 2 of the scenarios. It just seems to be on an unbelievable pace, and like you don't slow down for anything. Really cool. Got that retro future thing going on. That's why I bring up Blade Runner. You know, the idea of what they thought the future was going to be in the 70s. Alien does it as well, which is really cool. You see all these futuristic computers and that. You're like, it's just like an LED. You can see a little bit of the time manipulation. It's how we investigate. We basically are able to roll back the time of the event. But pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. We've got a serial killer. We got a whole crazy gang. We got politicians, corrupt bastards. And we got this awesome fucking detective. He's a good old Sam Spade wannabe. He's got the fedora, he's got the cigars, sitting on a neon sign, contemplating life and death and everything else in between. I dig it. I dig it. Alright, so when we last left off, we had jumped on a blimp that had exploded in the side of a building, and we needed to see what the hell happened just before the explosion stopped. Yeah. So when we get on there, we realized that there was a whole massive shootout, a deal gone wrong, and it does seem that somebody is manipulating things. So with the name "But Nobody Wants to Die," it's set in the 23rd century, and it's about people being immortal now. You know, they've discovered ways of becoming immortal. They no longer die from old age, but in that immortality, just like the gods themselves, they are eventually driven mad because they don't die, they just live too long and they go crazy. So it's caused like a serial killer to start some stuff, and we get to see all the rich hoity-toity stuff. Look how beautiful this game is. Like, it just blows me away. This is on the Series X as well. It runs damn buttery smooth. Very, very nice altogether. Holy hell, yeah, I've been playing a lot on the Xbox, mainly because of Game Pass, and then it's just easier to stream when you're just sticking to the same console or PC, you know. So I hope you're all doing well. Have a good weekend. Nice. I think with the 6 games we started last week, we're probably going to see a good bunch of those, playing through those, having fun until anything new comes out. So we have Flintlock, Siege of Dawn, a new Souls-like. We have this great detective game. We have Dungeons of Hinterberg, a cell-shaded Austrian Zelda-like game. We have Path of the Goddess, Kunitsugami, which is Capcom's brand new game. It's kind of like a tower defense hack and slash game, honestly. So yeah, as you can see, just a massive mix of different styles of games, and you know what, I'm really happy with that. Like I couldn't be more spoiled right now. Nice. Yeah, I think this one was only $20, so I was like, hell yes, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. We're so in desperate need of like a new Bioshock and that. So yeah, Art Deco meets gritty New York 1970s, but it's in the 23rd century. Very cool. Alright, let's get on there. We're sitting on the roof, or the bonnet of our flying car. Old school gangster shit. I love it. Look at this thing. So yeah, there's mention of this ichor. How people are staying immortal is it's clearly they're moving their consciousness between bodies, but in doing so there's this ichorite. We know ichor is an old way of saying blood, and there's massive mention of Greek mythology all over the place. Pretty cool. Alright, now we're in our car. Look at this thing. More booze.
Moonshine or scotch.
And that includes even our detective here, James. He also... Scotch. He also has just been in an accident and had his body transferred. It appears the accident either got his wife killed or she was involved somehow, but she keeps revisiting him almost like a ghost. We have these kind of brain synapses glow in the dark veins that appear everywhere, so you can tell that it's not right what they're doing, and they have to take this pill called ambrosia, which is also a little nod to stuff. Maybe so certain things you do will affect
sweeter than perfume.
The game. It seems there may be separate endings. Let's see. So yeah, lots going on right now. Jeez, I like. But it appears that this little serial killer is also
which will bring you
I don't
live
get
in
look at
just a
now because I
moment
drank the
in
stuff.
an exclusive
Yeah,
special
and
report.
that always the way.
I wonder how Sarah is dealing with it.
Sarah is our partner. We don't really want a partner. See, we have our gun here. I don't know if we ever get to use it though. It looks kind of cool though. Also very Blade Runner inspired. Very nice, very nice. What else we got here? Called Sarah. Pick up. Look at these dudes. New York Hellhounds. New baseball team. We got here.
Fucking rich. Even the dead can take someone off a case.
It's breath on my neck. We don't have a movement. Yeah, he's a bit of a shady old detective. He's not really supposed to be doing any work at all. And clearly, the job he is on, this murder case, is a bad thing because even the cops are in on it because they don't want us to investigate in this at all. So fuck if you know what that means, boys and girls. We'll kick some ass. So yeah, we dealt with one of the guys, and then Green is another one of them as well. They're a group of scientists and inventors turned billionaires, philanthropists, and you know, probably some kind of secret society by the sounds of it. Alright. I love the music, I love the style, it's absolutely fucking dripping.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh no, what's this?
Check engine again. Just had it in the
God,
shop
check
last
engine
week.
light, we all know that one. Looks like one of the wheels we can't.
I'll take it out of Zed's hide later.
What's this? Acid rain, some kind of a theater show or something? Citizen, ambient pollution density is increased by 2% each year. Good lord. Is that what we gotta look forward to in the future? Bodily endurance, good lord. So yeah, now you kind of rent a body as well. It's very interesting. This thing here is
All this
unusual.
risk for a fucking piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Can't even tell what it's for.
It's like a key card or something. Something very important. Look at this thing. Sheesh. We picked this up off the dead body. That's the crazy thing about it. I've been able to rewind time in select moments of a crime. We're able to kind of basically get free shit. It's crazy because like in the explosion of the blimp, obviously it took it all out, but there was a big safe involved and no one could open it. But by rewinding time and seeing how everything connected, we were able to open the safe and steal that from it. See, of course, it'll be our MacGuffin. Look how cool it is. Like, let's say about the retro future, we're actually flying as well. Alright, time to call Sarah. So Sarah's our partner. She's kind of a goody two-shoes cop, but knows that we're getting close to something incredible.
Hi, Sarah.
So she just wants
to the radio?
you to be careful and, more importantly, stay honest with her. Now, we don't know if we can trust her fully. As I said, she's goody two-shoes,
or the
but
car?
she's relayed some stuff to us, so I do trust her.
Icarus is already in the news.
No shit, Sherlock. They've been trumpeting it all over the
Must have
media
woke
for an
her up.
hour. Wait till they find out politicians have tried to lower the age of free body subscriptions again. People are gonna lose it.
Yeah, this body subscription stuff reminds me of people trying to play God with abortion and that as well. It's crazy. People finally take a stand. You want to lower to
Finally get around to
18-year-olds
doing
being able
something
to
about
change their
Hopefully.
bodies.
I mean, I know we can't get involved, but
It's supposed to
someone needs
help
to
you
tell them enough
I'm
to
immortal
enough.
and that, but
Do you know
Jesus.
that I barely saved up for my
If
first
your body's
subscription?
not lasting
All
to
the
18
money
years
was
old,
spent
then
on living.
good lord.
If I had to pay a year earlier, I probably wouldn't be here.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Thousands of people in the same boat every year. Not everyone makes it, and these fucks want to take away what little chance they
What's he up
have.
to now? Just
How can
standing up
they?
on the seat. Don't give a shit about politics. Everyone has their own motive. Assholes. Yeah.
Everyone has their own motive. Maybe the budget's collapsing or something.
Pile of shit, not a budget.
Exactly.
People's lives
How's it
depend
going, Vex?
on
Hello,
these
hello. How you
decisions.
doing?
They're what
How
decides
you
if
been?
you end up in the freezer or not.
Cool
Hope you're
off.
doing good.
You're young.
Playing
Oh,
this new
fuck
game,
off
Nobody
with that
Wants to
bullshit.
Die. It's kind of like a
I
Blade
really
Runner
can't
game. Look at
understand
this.
it. I mean, they
Crazy.
knew about the consequences. How can they just make decisions like that between drinks?
Sitting on his flying
Human
car right
lives
now. We're
mean
playing as a
nothing.
detective
Are there
hunting down a
any
couple of
moral
killers.
boundaries left?
You know how it is. This guy's gonna fall off his fucking car. Boundary still exists, separates the good from the bad. And live long enough to cross every line. I like
we
that.
cross every boundary if we live long enough. Everybody makes a bad choice sooner or later. The kind that leads to another and then another. Nobody stays on the straight and narrow forever.
Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good
Bullshit.
summer.
You don't believe that.
Weather's been
Otherwise, the
so
world
weird.
is meaningless.
Well,
It's all
eternal
muggy and
life sounds beautiful
humid
too.
and overcast and
Realize
gray,
you
and
must
then
have asked for
you're like
minimum wage until the
sweating
end
buckets.
times,
You don't know
right?
You
what the fuck
seriously
to do.
think people are fundamentally
It's a
evil?
mix of having to wear a small t-shirt and shorts, and then you're like, well, I guess I better bring my rain jacket as well. I don't know.
All I know is there are too many temptations in our way. And if we live long enough, we trip on one.
This isn't just nihilism. It's doom gibberish. But
Doom
hey,
throated.
you're entitled to your opinion, whatever it might be. James, can I ask you something personal?
Sure.
This is our partner. Sarah's her name.
believe
She's a
in life after
detective
death?
partner, but
The real one.
don't know if we
I
can trust
thought
it.
I was the drunk one here.
Well, apparently in the past, people used to ask stuff
Guy
like
James
that all the
Karra
time.
as the main
The average
character, but he might as well
lifespan
be
was less than 100
Sam
years.
Spade, you know?
And now, can we believe in anything beyond this?
Okay. Wait a sec.
The whole idea of the game set in the 23rd century, everyone's become immortal. They found a way to transfer consciousness between bodies, so everybody's able to do it like a subscription service.
Sure I do.
But of course now they're contemplating life after death when nobody's
Sorry,
dying.
I forgot. I overstepped.
Because last weekend I didn't stream, fucking
What if you could choose?
Trump gets
The bank
shot, and then
or death?
this one
Oh shit.
I didn't stream. Fucking Biden pulls out. That makes sense. I think they said he had COVID or something else, but I think his health is desperately declining and he just wanted a safe face, you know? Those little ants down there.
Maybe I'd meet Rachel in a better world.
It's a
I
beautiful
think he did the
vision.
right thing.
I hope it's true.
Oh, there we go again. So he keeps having these weird fucking visions and stuff.
James?
It's like a
James,
side
what's going
effect
on?
of being immortal. They have this almost like brain synapses stuff. That was a weird little audio bug there. It's like some things I choose affect things differently. Uh-oh, he was drinking and he took medicine. Is that gonna fuck him up? No, it seems to be fine, isn't it?
The charms of an
Actually,
E-class
they have to take this
shell.
ambrosia,
Got it from
which
a
is an
junkie.
old Greek
Still
mythology
having
stuff.
synchro issues?
It's like the nectar of the gods. There's a lot of Greek stuff in it. It speaks of Icarus, which was a blimp going on. Even though it's the future, it's like retro future, so you got all these 1950s style. Yeah.
Yes. A whole
Cool.
list of shitty side effects.
Yeah, I think Kamala could do a
Those
decent
damn
job. She
shivers.
seems a little
You know what's funny?
unserious
I get
about the
worst
whole thing, but
shakes
you never
in the
know.
toilet.
Well,
It's only how you
that might
present
be where the
yourself to
last
the
guy liked
media.
to
It's
shoot
different
up.
how you would
Part of that
actually
may
be in
conditioning.
office.
Memory
I always
imprinted
said
on the
Michelle
shell.
Obama
When the
would
body
make
gets
a
certain
great
signals,
president.
it's trained to react.
I just don't think
Respect
America's
drugs.
ready for a
Okay,
female
got
president.
it.
Doesn't matter the
You
color of
wanted
their
to
skin,
go
they're
to
already
school.
racist.
Do you take
You
care
know,
of
like
regular
at
synchro
least
tests?
50% of them
Are you
anyway.
taking ambrosia?
We noticed that after the Black Lives Matter riots and then the Capitol fucking Hill. It was almost like an insurrection at that point. It was like traitors. Weird how they were treated
Yeah.
differently.
I'm an
What
exemplary
was the
citizen.
1700s to
It's
be
important
all lined up
that you
and
do
shot?
it.
Thanks
Or
for
before.
caring.
But
This
anyway,
is my fourth body.
yeah, but that's the other side of America. That the even worse cause than they have is how misogynistic they are. So there's a lot of them rednecks and a few other people, a lot of modern, unfortunately, Andrew Tate brainwashed generation would not stand for a woman president. That's so sad. They would do a much better job. The quicker we have a female president, we've had female presidents here in Ireland and did wonderful job altogether. Because it's such a different style, you know. They don't tend to lead too emotional, you know. Where guys, male presidents always have to be thinking with their dick in every which way, whether it's to show off and be the bigger man, or to actually think with their dick, where they think they can just schmooze their way around. But, I don't know. We'll see. It comes down to people's hate of Trump or their love of Trump, and that'll see who wins, you know. The sad thing is, I was saying about Biden, is like either he's going to have to die, you know, for someone to come in and take over and actually have people, you know, vote for this new person. You know, you think people are just going to be like, ah, yeah, it's 3 months to the election, no problem, let's just start a whole fresh campaign. And the same with Trump. Like, if he had died, it would have been a horrible thing, because I'm not for Trump at all. I think the dude belongs in prison. But if you make a martyr out of somebody, oh my god, that would have been Civil War part 2, you know? Absolutely. It would have been the moment that people choose to stand up, you know? It's a very select parts of America that are, I don't know what's wrong with them. They're brain dead or something, where they're just ready to go. They're ready to fight their own people. It's so fucking sad. I don't get that. Like, I don't know why they became so switched on. It's bubbling over for decades. You know, it's American politics. It shouldn't bother us too much, but it does. They're a superpower, you know. They press a button or don't press a button, and everything's over, you know. You might think you're stuck in the middle, but it's just the way it is. It's a good country, it's good people, but there's a lot of broken-brained, unhinged people right now, and it's caused from unchecked trauma and mental health that is not being dealt with at all. So you've got generations of seriously bad mental health. It's the world over, you know. And then COVID just basically sped things up by 50 years in the worst way, you know. Or it was only 4 years, but it might as well have been a 50 years, because people are on edge always. Like, oh, they're ready to shoot each other over cutting in line, or you backing up your car too fast, stealing a part. You know, it's crazy. It's so extreme. Everything's extreme good or extreme bad, and it's messed up. There's just no calm anywhere. It's wild. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how things go. I would definitely put my vote in there. Everyone's like bringing up like Hillary Clinton and stuff. I'm glad Hillary Clinton never ever became president. I don't trust the Clintons. I don't trust her at all. She's as crazy as any of them. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Scary woman now. You can see it in her eyes. Never ever look anywhere else. Don't listen to what comes out of their mouth. Look in the eyes, man. The eyes will never lie. And in her eyes is pure, unadulterated evil. Same as Trump. She's female Trump. And, you know, the Clintons, you had Bill Clinton as president, he was fucking crazy too, the shit he got away with. Always remember that whatever you hear is only 1/10 of what actually is going on. Crazy motherfuckers, the whole lot of them. How about we just do away with politicians altogether? Anybody?
Well, the longest living guy turns 305 this year, and
nice.
He's doing great.
Starting first time playing. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, first time playing. It just came out last week.
Seriously,
nice.
it's all about
enough
money.
politics,
The
but
more
you
we
gotta
have,
mention
the
it. Like when
longer we
these,
live.
you know, normally I don't, but you gotta mention these things when it's going on right now. Same as anything else. People shy away from this stuff, and that's why like 80% of the world is kind of like, don't talk about it, don't bring it up. It doesn't affect us. And then, yes, it fucking does. Yes, it does, because your body, your choice, your mind, and your wallet is being used and abused by these higher-ups. So for the love of Christ, wake the fuck up.
Capitalist's wet dream turned
It's
out
funny,
to be
like,
our
even in this
destiny.
game, they're talking about politics
Fucking
as well.
great.
Well, as for
I like
your
when games
issues, how did the
have
last
a story
degree
like this.
transfer
I mean,
go?
Why do you ask?
Well, did it
in
go smoothly,
1950s, that was a
or
very, very
did you
volatile
feel
time
something
as
along
well.
the way?
You had coming out of the Great Depression, then the Prohibition, and then straight into the gangs taking over the mobsters, you know? It's just wild times. Alright. Tell the truth. No, I've been playing it straight with Sarah. Let's hope she doesn't use that
Apparently
against us.
we're unaware during the transfer,
Nice.
but
You keep seeing kind of the ghost of his
remember the burning
dead
and
wife, sadly.
itching all
It's hard
over
to,
my
you won't
body.
talk about it too much. It
I thought
sounds
it was
like a car
crazy.
crash, and then
Seth,
when you think
my
again, it's
partner,
not.
said something was
Pretty cool. You got a lot of these
down.
kind of gadgets and stuff,
He
but
also knew
we're able to
felt
like
he was
piece
falling off
all
a
of
cliff
the
every time
clues
he
together
changed
as well.
bodies. That's probably nothing
Pretty cool.
unusual.
Uh-oh, here we go. Somebody's in trouble. Maybe we shouldn't have had that drink.
Attention! Vehicle in a drift prohibited zone.
No drift, it did say there.
What are you holding?
Uh-oh. Vitamins.
This Scottish vitamins officer.
I advise you to cooperate.
He's a
What's
police
your name?
officer anyway, but oh god, should we mention it?
I'm on the job, for fuck's sake.
You will be held responsible for making false statements. So tell the fucking truth.
Jay,
What are you doing here?
clean up the city. I'm resting after the train accident from 2 weeks ago.
I'm resting after I fucked up half the city with a train. 2 weeks ago? Maybe you heard about it.
I have his data.
They don't really trust him. He's not. He's on the job, but he's not really.
James Karra, badge number 984. He's Department of Mortality, but not active in the system.
Mortality.
Shit. It really is that psycho from the train. One last time.
Psycho from the train. See, I don't know about that.
Middle of the night.
Didn't say anything. Extra job, you know. It is. It's an obvious job is rotten, so I drink on break. Ventilator cleaning. Okay, let's try that.
Just picking up some extra cash on sick leave. Ventilator cleaning. Smells fucking horrible. Pays decent.
Does he believe him?
Shit. James, there's a bolo from the car from Icarus.
Hey, check that out. How'd your vehicle get those marks?
Right. Picked it up at the workshop like this. Ooh, Icarus dropped soot. Oh, Icarus was the blimp that exploded. Nice name for it, you know, fly too close to the sun.
Give me a voucher for a car wash. Good luck finding one open at this hour.
He sounds like Harrison Ford.
Hands in the air! Don't move! Tow the car right now!
What the fuck? Did I fail? Whoa, look at him towing, it's like a lazy. Dude, get back into the car for fuck's sake.
Scan the fucker. Hey! Do not move! Hands where we can see them!
Did you get rid of the evidence from Icarus?
No.
Fuck! They're gonna take us both in!
Damn, did I screw it up? Okay. Threw me off the case.
Okay. I'll spill. Yes, I was on the Icarus, but they threw me off the case. Chief Steiner himself.
Dude, the cops are involved too.
Stupid cunt! Will you just shut the fuck up? You're making it worse!
We're placing you under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court
I
of
love
law.
hearing people who don't normally say cunt say the word cunt. It's so false. Ah, Christ. We're gonna have to get out of this somehow. Maybe we can ram it. Oh, hold on.
Fuck this guy. Let's go.
Oh, that was close. Like Sarah just put in a fake burglary, did she? Damn, that was close. I don't know if there was any way out of there. Bye. See how they're like old school 1950s cop cars, but they're flying around.
Almost got us.
Did it work? Did they take the bait?
Bait. Did you call in a fake burglary?
Pretty obvious.
It was all I could think of.
How the hell did she do that?
Well. I'm impressed. Thanks for saving my ass. One thing though, cunt? Seriously?
I panicked!
Fucking cool ass game. You don't get to like drive around right now. Come on, dude. The drink already got you in trouble. At least use the drink to wash off the. There you go. No, I didn't. Wash the soot off the car. What a goofy
Okay,
bastard.
James. I'm no expert, but the universe seems to be telling you to go home.
You believe in science?
I believe it's 2 a.m. and I'm getting sick of you.
Wow.
Wait. We still have to talk about the investigation.
You fucking stole the
There are a
stuff.
few things that bother me.
Probably hard to come by now.
Well,
Goofy
keep it
goober.
short.
Nice. Bartender making this is key. I've been thinking about the type. Yeah. Okay.
Kovalev is
So what you been
central
up to with
both
yourself?
cases.
Have you been gaming
Need to
much?
figure out his motive.
You see they're gonna add
You look at
Valorant
the
to
pieces
consoles.
of
Do
the
you think
puzzle
it'll do well?
carefully. There's something about
Don't think they
everyone
mind
that
too
doesn't
much.
fit, right?
Who's out here?
Exactly.
I think I know what it is. It's paranoia.
Peel the label, tell
You know
a
the
fable.
saying, the
That's what
sleep
they
of
used to
reason
say.
produces monsters? Put down the vodka and rest. It'll pass.
Game's been really cool. The pacing, it just kind of doesn't slow down. He made a paper plane out of it. That's
It's not
funny.
vodka.
Improved.
It's the Scottish heritage.
Yeah, definitely.
Put the damn
improved
booze
this.
down. Even
Do
more
better
so if
paper
it's
plane than that.
evidence.
I'm surprised he
from
even
Icarus.
remembers how to do half this stuff.
Evidence. Clue at most. Besides, it's all because of that damn body.
Ugh, nonsense. Mental problems,
What's
along
cool
with
about this
identity, character,
is
and memory are written
it's
in
done by
Icarus.
a
If
Polish
you don't
studio.
solve them, you'll transfer this whole mess to the next shell.
Which you'd think
You
it
like
was
all these theories,
American.
huh? Things you got no idea about.
Shit. Just wanted to talk.
Yeah,
about it,
Observer
that's
was
all.
a really cool. It was from the Bloober team. It was a really cool sci-fi detective game. Whee! Off he goes. What's going to be next? What's our next little thing? Hope you've been doing good health-wise and all that and everybody. What the fuck is this? This is clearly some kind of stupor. Some drunken dream. Yeah, Rutger Hauer was in Observer from Blade Runner. That was an interesting game. It got too like you know, hacking into the cyberspace and all that. That's the only thing. I like when games try and do that, but I get it. It comes off too weird. What the fuck is this? It's clearly his wife.
Rachel.
Is this him going to the afterlife or something? You never know. He's telling him to come back. I don't know exactly what happened to her yet. Now they mentioned something about the train. Oh Jesus, there's these weird things again. I'll pull you under. These kind of weird brain synapses vein things are known as ichorite. Ichor is like another ancient way of saying blood, but in this case I think it's got to do with the rejection of your consciousness going into another body. That's how they become immortal. It's an interesting concept for sure. Basically I think the people are playing God and probably they're fighting back, you know. So you take that ambrosia stuff. See, this happens every time, and they actually make neon art out of it. It's really clever done for a
usual cigarette dinner.
Load screen.
But I needed this conversation, and something told me she needed it too.
There's definitely a bigger, wider story
going
going
on. There's a nice contrast with all these conversations
sitting on his
that
car,
leave me
you see.
hung over even when I don't
Classic
drink.
detective, fedora, trench coat, smells of cigarette, horrible drinking habit. You know what I mean. He's Sam Spade, he's Humphrey Bogart, he's everybody together. Now what's happening?
I shouldn't be driving like this.
Good God, he crashed again? You are a disgrace. You are a fucking disgrace. Oh my lord. It probably has autopilot as well. Police broccoli, what the hell is going on? Riots or something? The whole world's going mad. Yeah. Is that his car? Yeah, it looks like riots or something.
Like the whole city's turning to dust, and I still
I like when you see that. It happens in real life as well. The whole world can pass you by.
The fire, sing songs,
don't even know.
Politics. Thanks to this charade, you lie to yourself for another year that your life
we are
matters.
99.9% instead of we are the 1%. Maybe people rioting against the immortality stuff, body subscriptions. Who knows? Or this could be some kind of presidential stuff. Can we grab one of these? Thank you. Give back our bodies. Yeah, they're fighting against us. Kind of crazy, isn't it? You saw the Icarus there as well. Cool. So yeah, people are revolting against it. Makes sense. We don't know where these cadavers come from. It's just people put into new bodies. What's it say over here? You will fall. Let's back our bodies. Interesting. Cool to see that. People fighting back. Usually you'd see this kind of stuff and be like, oh, is it a parade? It's confetti. It's like, no. They're rejecting. Obviously the poor people can't afford any of that kind of stuff, I guess. Can we sit over here again? This is a big neon sign. He likes to come out here. I don't know, dude definitely likes to be with the fucking gregarious shit. Cool. It's all this stuff around the screen. He seems to be all fucked up after that ring. You can see them shooting. Let's go inside. We were able to go in there before. Yeah, he's a nice apartment. You know, what's going on there? All doing shit. Classic. I love these kind of games. That's why I love the Arkham games so much as well. They just, even though it's Gotham, it's like 1970s.
Not good.
Dirty, gritty New York. It's just awesome.
Welcome home. James Karra. I recommend immediate
good, bro?
decontamination. The level of contamination of the shell is alarmingly above all norms.
I know. I know.
Across the
The
contamination.
synchronization test will take place soon.
Ooh.
Please do not leave the apartment for the next 24
You
hours.
can decontaminate in the shower. What the fuck happened here? Did somebody destroy your... Someone destroyed your apartment, dude? What the fuck? Oh.
Where are the
Oh, I almost made it.
drugs?
Thought maybe we could decontaminate in the shower. There is ambrosia on the wall there. Holy shit. Somebody's ransacked the place, probably looking for that card. He's pissed off the wrong people. First case we did, it's kind of still the same ongoing case. But yeah, it was a pretty high up inventor of the Icarite, the whole immortality stuff. It's immortality at what cost? It's only because you're transferring your consciousness. Let's see, I think people still go fucking mad. Did I just hear a gun? No.
Don't you
there she is
already
again.
know who the murderer is?
How
There's
did I?
such a cool effect.
Hey, doesn't the hero die at the end?
No. Yeah, but he's trying.
Yes.
Foreshadowing.
But he's trying.
And when will you cuff me?
You want me to cuff you?
Don't you want to?
If I don't get up from this couch and grab my drugs, I'll die.
God, look at this stuff all over the apartment.
Drugs should be in the kitchen. Or the restroom. Maybe upstairs.
Wow. This is like, they think it's like a mental effect, but I think it's something much worse. I think it's the consciousness denying the new body. There you go. But he's not going to comment on the whole... He used to have a beautiful apartment. Someone ransacked the place. Watch it be empty. Yep.
Damn.
Look,
Empty.
Rachel's on the windowsill over there.
Forget it.
Cool.
I won't get rid of this hologram unless you take me there. Copy.
Oh, she's the one who did that. Oh, that was cool the way it changed like that. Oh, it's spreading all over. Jeez. Let's try the bathroom. Their showers are really funny. It's like a decontamination shower. What? And then it spins around, but the other guy in the other apartment has to wait then. It's not funny. Must be a way of like helping water or something. It's just on the cheap side. It's lovely. It's got a loft and everything. Come on, there's got to be a few left. You know it's going to be in the bathroom. It's always the last place you look in these games.
There's nothing in this one either.
The
In
drugs, he
ancient
mentions it
cultures,
like
the
that. but-
Moirai were an allegory of destiny. They represented the brutal
ambrosia.
laws that governed the world, and only exceptional mortals could gently influence them. No, that sounds weak.
Jesus. So this ambrosia has clearly got to do with the Icarite and like government mandated pills to help with your consciousness kind of having an outer body experience, literally rejecting, kind of like an organ rejecting a new body. But I have a feeling that ambrosia is probably poisoned or mind controlled or something. Something bigger going on here. Bathroom's free, please don't make a mess. Yeah, we did see someone in the locker, didn't we? He spun around here.
You look terrible lately. Try to
Even
smile a little, just a little bit.
Even she looks like Rachel. Poor thing, he's clearly got some severe mental breakdown from the crash and losing his wife, so changing your body doesn't mean much if you've got all of this fucking stuff messed up. Oh. We do like our backwards hugs, don't we? Who doesn't? Or hugged from behind, whatever you want to call it. There you go. Keep the demons at bay a little bit longer. Oh man, they fucking put graffiti everywhere. So it might be not an average break-in here. Unless this is always how his apartment looked. God, they looked everywhere.
Attention, the sync test is ready. Immediately approach the Hestia module.
So what's this sync test? It must be the consciousness syncing with the body. Very much like the synths. Put the tree back. Come on, can you not? Will you not mention it? Somebody
I'm sorry.
destroyed your apartment, dude.
Please don't die.
Poor little bonsai. I think it was like one of the last trees. In the 23rd century, there's nothing left. Interesting concept for a game. Hell yeah. And the Overwatch, nice. It was Overwatch 2. You enjoying it? I know it's had its run of problems and people giving out. I think people just like to give out. They're always giving out. Train disaster. Shake City. Last night became a nightmare for people of Central Harlem. The city train derailed. When was this? October 9th. I think this is before the game started. He probably kept it, did he? Probably kept the paper when Rachel died. Clearly, this train thing has got to do with him. Numerous reports of explosions and shotguns. I suppose I can just read it and do it for me. Yeah. 2 agents. Those people were admitted into Consciousness Transmission Center, CTC, which is when you die. But yeah, the 2 agents that were included is this guy here, James Karra, who we play, and then his partner that he mentioned. I wonder, was Rachel on that train? I don't know. We'll never know what happened there. He needs to tell us. Martin Roy announcers games, like the Olympics, is it? Right. President, weather. Yeah, it seems like he kept that paper on purpose. I think wasn't the date closer to like November. Here we go, Wednesday, 23rd. Yeah, so that other paper's like 3 weeks old. Icarus in flames. I love that they keep it up, the black and white. Like mashing that together is so cool. 1950s with 2300s. I'd like for us to go back to this kind of aesthetic, but you know, it wasn't good times either. So much horribleness, new body allergies. Am I supposed to take that in? A lot of racism, but you know, it's not too different to today, unfortunately. These people are anonymous online, so they fucking hide it. That's such a cool little lens, man. Nice. Was he playing anything? Or he's even got these old posters. Just to really harken back to those days. What you got here? Yeah, I saw that VHS tapes as well. Retro future, man. They're probably not VHS, they're probably like some kind of digital thing. He hasn't commented once. Or somebody ransacked this place. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it was a bit of dialogue I missed or something. Alright, let's see what this sync test is like. We know in Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049 there was very cool sync tests where the synths had to basically repeat what it was kind of like a lie detector, honestly. They would detect any fluctuations in emotion or anything or delays. It was really cool. It was like fucking scanning, but a human scanning. So we'll see what happens with this. It's like a Rorschach test. Cool. We're not even going to get to see it. Are we not? I didn't even bother. Well, I think this is their first game whenever I checked them up. Critical Hit Games with the Polish. If you were to tell me they might have been, because I know Bloober's Polish too.
James Karra.
Here we go.
Welcome back. I'm starting the synchro test.
If you were to tell me that
Please take a deep breath
were part
and
of Bloober,
imagine
I'd
a
believe
safe
you.
space. Feel the ground
Still
under
well
your
done.
feet.
Unreal Engine 5, just gorgeous. Got that gritty smokiness that
Excellent.
a lot of modern
Very
games
literally,
lose out on.
but
God,
perfect.
thanks.
Please select a seat.
Jesus, an old baseball diamond. Cool. Does this Field of Dreams? Alright, let's select that. She's gonna sit beside us. We're gonna have like a virtual psychology test. Is that it?
Our own death is a difficult experience that we naturally repress from consciousness. In order to enable smooth functioning in the new body, we need to remember the last moments of our lives and
together face the trauma of the last death. Yes, I know.
Jesus. So this is how this is gonna work? From the sound
before we
a lot
get to the
attention to
point.
detail. Hell yeah, good, I'm
please
glad.
recall the first death.
It was just an injury. I just changed my body, and my old shell went to the Hall of Fame. It looks pretty good there.
I think he was
Please
a
start
baseball star.
calibration process.
What the fuck is this? This is interesting. He's reliving the old days. Classic old baseball. I think so. What's this? A ring, maybe a wedding ring or something. Just so happens to lead back to his chair. Yeah, definitely some Field of Dreams.
Calibration successful.
Calibration, it's a goddamn
Thank
hip
you.
flash.
Let's go to the
Let
memories.
me guess, he was an alcoholic in 3
It's
or 4
time to
bodies.
confront them.
I think he's
Proceed
over
to the next
120 years
stage.
old. But you can see it became so easy and so normal to change their bodies up, which it's caused a horrible toll on its mental health. New York Hellhounds instead of the Knicks. But then, we got some more of these. Okay. These are clearly like core memories or something. I haven't seen Inside Out 2 yet, but I want to try that movie.
The key to synchronization is the ability to put the past into perspective. Please try to do this.
I'm good. I just need to find the right angle. What the fuck is that?
You are at the peak of your abilities and career.
Oh, no. Okay, it's okay.
Have you thought about buying a Synchro Plus program?
Thanks.
Wow. You're gonna advertise him inside every
Common
fucking...
tests work just as well. Please, continue.
Imagine your own therapist like starting to advertise. I suppose they do, honestly, to tell you the truth. They'd be advertising certain pills if they're not going to get a commission off it. James Karra, player of the year. Interest in the year is scratched out. Oh look, you literally can't reach it. You can't get that life back. That's so funny. Message. We are not meant to live forever.
Body, a new chapter in life?
Might be able to change your body, James.
I didn't synchronize with the new shell like I did
That's
with
why
my
most gods
original.
go mad. Immortality
Positive
is
rate
cursed.
threshold is 80%.
Maybe for you. In sports, a fraction of every percent counts.
Excellent. You found a new
Computers are cool
purpose in
too.
life.
And you have this X-ray magnifying glass, but it looks old school as hell. But yet it has X-ray vision on it. Pretty cool. I like that. Think of like, but the Batman games, think of Bioshock, even Bioshock Infinite had closer to
Finding
that.
yourself in a new reality is a huge challenge.
Turns out I have a knack for this job.
Do you miss your job?
You don't even realize.
Let's move on to the last death event.
Here we go, the train. I didn't get to see this. Oh my god, is this the train derailing? Jeez, it fucking jackknifed into the sky. That's kind of possible, which is a scary thing to think about. But it's just pure momentum, you know? That can absolutely happen. Just like a truck can jackknife.
It seems
What
that
happened?
the complexity of the trauma will not allow
Yeah,
us
when
to
the
continue.
game starts, we're kind of
I can
thrown
handle
into
it.
it, so we didn't get to see what happened.
Synchronization is a process, not an act. Try to isolate minor events using all your senses, or stop and extend the recovery period.
No.
Has there any new heroes in Overwatch 2?
I'll get it from my memory.
There's so many now, like
Sunshine,
Valorant doing its thing. There's so many
Grease,
different games.
Burn and...
Excellent.
Seriously?
What is that in there? Let's go dead body. It's a gun, isn't it? Yeah.
I had a chance to hit it, but my gun jammed, even though I cleaned it the day before.
Who
Cool.
did you want to hit?
All I remember is we were on a mission. Me and Seth. Powerful explosion.
The car?
I think it derailed the train. My ears were ringing and... Fuck. I don't remember.
What about Seth and the one you were chasing? Can you focus on them?
This doesn't sound like psychology anymore,
I'll
dude.
try.
Sounds like they're trying to get information from you. It sounds like a setup, man. Trying to get to the bottom of what happened on the train. I don't need hint mode. Grow up. Find the exact right person. Is that a mask or a face or skull? Jeez. Shit, how's it going, Bernie? Hello, dude. Hello.
So many bodies. I had to get him. Dispense justice.
Any plans for holidays or anything?
Bastard
Greg?
kept
That's like an eyeball.
eluding me.
Jesus, look at that thing. The summer is flying by. I think this train crash may be connected to his wife somehow. This one's not. Oh. Wait, yeah, I see a body in there. I think that's his own body. Looks like I might have to climb up there somehow. God, the screaming. All the dead people. Seth. He was thrown out of the
he
train.
got hit hard. But this...
That's a cruel fate right there.
James, do you blame yourself for what happened to him?
We got a lousy job.
Oh, he's freaking out.
He knew the risks. But I was his partner. He relied on me.
One's going to release for testing for due to launch next season. Okay, nice. They definitely, I feel like they definitely need to do a big season blowout. Most people just got pissed because did it move from paid to free to play or something?
Unstable simulation.
We'd
People
better
are never
stop
bloody
for
happy.
today.
They're
All
still
right?
slave.
Now?
Yeah, I was thinking that was happening.
When do I get a chance
Which
to
Ninja
pass the
Gaiden
damn
games
test?
did I start with?
I won't let this go.
That was the first one.
I can't.
There's like
I'll
a master
finish it,
collection. It's probably
and
not
I'll
the
be
best,
back
but it's
where I
probably the easiest
belong.
to get your hands on. I saw it last weekend. Oh, cool. Inside Out 2. Nice. Yeah, the last one I saw, last animated one, was Elementals. I enjoyed that though. It was kind of paint by numbers, you know, instead of two different races, it was two different elements, and it's the same thing where the parents don't accept the other one because of their race/element, but they come together and they fall in love. Kind of Romeo and Juliet. Well, I suppose, see, everyone says Romeo and Juliet, but that's like a horrible tragic story, but more about just the families against the union kind of thing. But it was very good. But yeah, I want to see Inside Out too. I don't mind going to the odd little animated movie, you know, with nieces and nephews. That emotion, the first one put it into concept easier, right? Because first one, like, it was going through a move and her parents were fighting and stuff, and it was very, I think it was a very important movie for kids that age, whether they're going through that or not. It's just nice to have that representation, you know, and the emotions were still pretty small. And then you had like Bing Bong, which I think is great for kids to see, like, there's nothing wrong with holding on to memories or even some of your childhood toys and that. Same with how I feel about Toy Story. Toy Story is very important like that, where, because kids can, that's right around 12, we've been there as well ourselves. You start to get a little kind of a freak out where you're forced to grow up, or something in life makes you grow up, you know, maybe something good or bad, whatever, and you're not ready to let go of that childhood, and it kind of feels like a band-aid being ripped off, and it takes you years to heal that wound, you know, or maybe you never do. I think that's wrong, you know. You might have like things you just want to hold on to, or you get nostalgia over so much simple things, you know. What? A little broken toy and you get nostalgia over it because you hold on to some good memories. So those movies are important. And then Inside Out 2, I haven't seen it yet, but it seems to almost double the amount of emotions. But I'm assuming if the girl is that grown up, that would make sense, you know, and how you get overwhelmed. I think it's kind of comedy based, but the anxiety character, hopefully they do a good job with him. Nice. I don't think this guy is Seth. I think it might be James himself. Well, maybe he'll see his old body. Clearly, his body's different. I haven't really explained how that works yet. He seems to call it body subscriptions. Uh-oh, red. That's not good.
Attention. Dynamic element detected.
Something in the eye core. But like, do they clone people? Are they cloning bodies without consciousness? You know, is it 3D printed or something? I don't know. Yeah.
James, it's dangerous.
Up to nothing, just waiting for DVD
It could be
cross progress.
projection,
Nice.
not
Is that happening
recollection.
today? Cool. You guys still play DVD? I hear, like, yeah, they put Lara Croft in as Survivor, pretty cool. I hear they're going to do like a Roswell alien with a different world. They want to put Jason in there, but there's so much red tape around Friday the 13th and Jason, it's really annoying. So stupid. And then obviously I heard there was another Stranger Things big event coming where you can, Killer will, you can play as Vecna, and 11 will be the survivor and all that, a few of the kids, and you'll be able to, the map itself will be the upside down and all that. Let's see, that day, here we go, it's time to see what actually happened. Is there a fire? Let's see what happened to Rachel. This is your apartment, you're saying, was there a fire in it? Is this your old one? Doesn't look like the new one. What happened? Dude. But why did she do that? There was a mention of her possibly. Why did she do that? What happened? Maybe she thought he died in the train crash and decided to do that to herself. I don't know. We'll never know. They'll probably wait till
Recommend
the
staying
very
home.
end.
Your mental
you know?
state is very strained and you need time to recuperate.
How long until I'm back to work?
Is there any
From
order to play
9
them?
to 12
No, I
months.
think. No, you're
Estimates
fine.
may
Like
change.
there's a lot of purists when it comes to Ninja Gaiden, you know? Like people say stay away from Ninja Gaiden, Sigma, I think. Most of these were just remakes or ports and they just kept giving them new names.
Sir,
So I think you can get your hands on the
this, but I think I'm
Master
admitting
Collection.
guilt.
That one's good enough.
What happened?
It's how I feel
Is
about the
everything all right?
Silent Hill
What have
HD
you
collection.
done?
Everyone shits up and down them.
Do
They are a little
anything.
rough.
I have no chance
but
to go back.
James.
No.
If that's all you
I'll
can
finish
play,
the case. I won't leave
that's
it
all you
like
can
this,
play.
but I
Let's
won't
leave
drag
people
you
alone.
down with me.
Have you bought
I'm
any
sorry for
more
earlier. I'll
Xbox
cover all
360 games?
traces. I
The
can't drag everyone down all
Xbox
the
360
time.
store is closing
You didn't deserve
on the
it.
29th of July. You've about a week left.
Wow, that's very kind of you.
And once that's gone,
Excuse
you
me?
won't be able to
You're
purchase
such a drama queen
any
sometimes.
old
What did you think? I'd
digital
leave it like that?
Xbox
I'll leave you
360
with
games.
it?
If you have
I have a
this,
few
they'll
leads
still
to
work.
discuss.
And if you own them already, you can still
You think
download
you're the
them.
only
That's not going
person
to
in this
affect
town who
anything.
wants to know what's
It's
going
merely
on?
just the retiring
Let's
of an
get
old
busy
store.
then.
It happens. It's it happens. Some of them stay forever, but some of them, like Wii U, barely lasted 5 years. So yeah, they're putting a lot of stuff on sale. Now they've been really shitty with the sale. They keep like taking some off, putting some on, instead of just leaving it all on till the very last day, you know. And when you use the old 360 store, it's very, very broken. They haven't updated it at all. So like take for instance, I just bought one of the old Splinter Cells, right? This Splinter Cell Chaos Series. I think that's nearly the second one or third one or whatever. And it's the original Xbox version, and it'll work on Xbox. Some of them will. Now that one says it's 20 or 15 or whatever it is, but that means the sale didn't kick in. But the sale did kick in, so you have to find it. So my advice to you would be to sign on a website or on your phone and just purchase them that way. Sign in obviously to the same account that you do with Xbox. So I end up getting that for €2, not 15. So that most of them are down that cheap. I bought like 6 or 7 of them. And then a lot of the ones that are on sale might not be backwards compatible. They'll still work on 360 or Xbox One. So there's a lot of confusion there. Once again, there's Xbox kind of not making it simple. But don't get me started on how stupid these companies are. Like PlayStation's doing the same thing now. They're calling it like PS2 and PS3 games on PS5. They're selling shit, slop and shit, emulated slop. There's basically we had emulators for all those consoles and they removed them just like Nintendo has, and they're reselling it, and it's just on emulator, but they're charging you a woeful price. People need to wake the fuck up, you know. If you want to buy those games by any means, but something like a Tomb Raider Legend, which is a semi-decent game, you know, it's a good 7 out of 10 Tomb Raider game, for 30, just for rewind and a few trophies, even though there's a PS3 HD collection with all 3 of those Tomb Raider games, and there's a new classic collection that just came out this year. Like, people, please just wake the fuck up, please. A lot of people are like, oh, I just get it with my premium thing or whatever. I get it. Now, some of them they have released are PSP PlayStation games that, you know, have never been anywhere else but PSP. So by all means, buy those. Like, a lot of them are like the Daxter game and the Agent Clank and all that. So I understand that. If they're really rare like that, I get it. But things like the old Siphon Filter, the Tomb Raider, as I mentioned, and there's a few others. Oh yeah, there's like a Star Wars game. Like, what the fuck do you? There's already like they're already remaking those Star Wars games, and there's new collections. So reselling them at premium price using a stolen emulator from someone else's code is pretty low. It's pretty low, fucking PlayStation. But try telling that to the normal person. They suck Sony's dick more than the fucking employees do. It's so stupid. But yeah, Xbox, it's just a unfortunate sign of the times. You can't have 4 different stores running, you know what I mean? And that's where they are right now. There's two different stores for old Xbox stuff, and then you've got the Xbox One store, and then you've got the fucking Microsoft store and the Xbox Series X store. There's just so many stores. You just want one code, one store. So it's nice of them to put them on sale, I guess. But yeah, it's a little bit hard. It's like going through landmines trying to find what you're going to buy that you won't be able to play unless you keep a hold of an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One, you know. But anything that plays on Xbox Series X gets a massive jump in FPS and resolution, so it's so worth it. Like that old Mad Max game is 120 frames. What else I see? Most of those Tomb Raider games are 60 frames. Sleeping Dogs, Watch Dogs. There's literally over 150 games that they've You have a FPS boost or a resolution boost, and then you just get a natural boost as well because your console is like 100 times more powerful. So yeah, Ninja Gaiden Black is the hardest. Yeah, they're all very hard. Like they're harder than Dark Souls for sure. Battlefields campaigns. Yeah, how many of them did they have though? Do you have any of them? Like the old ones? Do you have any of the Bad Company games? I know they have a lot of the Call of Duties will probably go on the Game Pass soon. Right now we know Modern Warfare 3 will probably go this week, along with Valorant. Valorant will be coming to console. I probably won't fuck with that. In terms of free, I've been playing a couple of free-to-play games, the first Descendant and the new Genshin Impact style game, Zenless Zone Zero, which is like Persona in Shibuya. It's very, very cool. Very fun, very good. Nice. Summer is definitely the season of free-to-play games. And then we have all these wonderful games as well. So I'm kind of, you know, grateful and thankful for all the cool things we have, and I get to hang out with you guys. So couldn't be happier. Finished Dante's Inferno. Nice, very good. Tried Warhammer Dark Tide, could not get into it. Yeah, it's just basically kind of rounds of stuff. There's very little story for sure, but Dante's Inferno is awesome. Can you believe that's Visceral as well? Visceral games are just make me so sad. They're so incredible. Sad that they're gone. They even did some old James Bond games back in the day. Really cool. See what I was saying about retro future? Look at how crazy his computer looks. You know, you're getting that old Apple fucking 1 look to it, and then typewriter instead of a keyboard. Look at his AC or his fans. It's just 3 on a loop. Yeah, it's the 23rd century. I love that. It's so Blade Runner. The reason why Alien and Blade Runner and a few others, even Fifth Element, look like that is because they're made in the 70s, 80s, and 90s when that's what we thought 2020 was going to look like. Well, lo and behold, we're living it right now, and it's a fucking shit show. You can't even get a phone with the same stuff as the last fucking phone, you know? It's shit. We've completely and utterly let ourselves down as a society, which is so sad. We can't even talk to each other anymore. We can't even talk to each other. Everyone has to be so volatile.
Zeppelin crashing into the building
I just
right
want people to treat each other just a little bit nicer, you know, a little bit more patient. I think we could survive.
Definitely not for them. You know
exactly we were at a race to
Let's start with the
go to space and a race for
Icarus
technological improvement in the 60s, and then between the Cold War and every other war after that, from Korea to fucking Iraq to Vietnam to now Ukraine and Russia, we just have not stopped. We've not stopped, you know? It's so sad. It's where we were on different planets fighting each other, but nope, we're not. It's the same planet. Alright, so this is what I was saying about kind of Mind Palace. This is where we he moves the couch bag and the fucking rug, and we're going to break down all the clues of the current case. And wouldn't you know it, he uses liquor bottles because the man is an absolute barely functioning alcoholic. There's no doubt about it. You know, it used to be something in those kind of movies, the 50s and 60s and that, where that was just a thing, you know? Always chain smoking and alcoholic. But, you know, we see it as a horrible, like, fucking coping mechanism for whatever's going on with this man. He's deeply, deeply traumatized. But here he is trying to sort another case. Anyone else would see him as a liability that's liable to get too personal with a case or worse. Alright, so this is the Icarus, the blimp that blew up. It was a club on there. We got to go on there and see what happened just before it exploded. Now we need to figure things out. We saw that there was clearly a deal gone wrong, and there was a passing of some very, very unique technology, and we just happen to have our hands on it right now. And I think it's got to do with mind control. That's what I think. I think that there's something going on between when we're moving consciousness into new bodies. I think there's a secret fucking mind control. That might be the big thing. That's just what I'm getting at from the first couple of hours, you know. That's what I get the feel of. Anyway, okay, so here we go. In the Greens case, shootout on Icarus have in common. Right, let's see. Drawings of electrical installations. So you're gonna try and put these together?
Shit. Too many copper phase conductors with polyvinyl insulation.
Nice. It's great she's helping us, wasn't it? Like 2 in the morning.
I really don't know.
Man with encrypted Icarite, arms dealer and owner of Phalanx, an elite security company.
I still don't know how he encrypted the Icarite. Why do something like that?
To avoid answers when your corpse turns up in an inconvenient situation.
So even if you die in this world, once your Icarite's fine, your consciousness is basically like in the cloud. You know, like uploaded to a server, and you get transferred to another body. But if your Icarite, almost like a chip on the back of your head, is destroyed, you're dead. Ain't no coming back. It's severed, and you're done. So people tend to do it like that. Let's see, that should work, right? Because clearly we put it here. No, no, this one. Okay. Break hypothesis. Okay. Interesting. They are definitely connected to each other. We just have to use it later on. Miller, Green, and what was the other guy's name? I thought it was like Kasalov or something. They're all connected. Agent Dean. Yeah, that's true. There was definitely a few secret agents, undercover cops. But what's the who cares about that? We know how shady the cops are. Nice. Tried War. Yeah, I didn't. Dark Forest Pack DLC. What was that? Killed the guy you were chasing. Because it was the same guy that killed you in the beginning of the game. Is that for Dante's Inferno? A lot of those DLCs they don't put on sale. You just buy them full price. You have a lot of Microsoft points. Are you like Dynamite? You just sit there and do Bing and then get like thousands of Microsoft points. Definitely clever. Yeah, you fly through games, dude. Good on you, man. You'll do like a 12-hour stream. Like, holy shit. I can't. Life gets in the way. What's next? Is there anything else you're gonna pick up? Hostility of Icarus. The area is cold up. Yeah, no, I got it right. Castle up. Substance in his blood. Yeah, clearly this is also similar to the substance found in Green's blood. We have this very unique bottle. And the save screen is also of a snake eating itself, which is the Ouroboros, which is a nod to immortality or the infinite, but it can mean a lot of other things too. You can kind of attach it to whatever you want, even just the process of doing the same thing, a time loop, and expecting different results. It's been used in massive amount of iconography, including medical as well, where you have the Sacred Heart, the Staff of Hermes, which has the snake spinning around it as well, which we mainly use these days for our medical centers, which is very interesting, isn't it? It goes all the way back. But yeah, it's also Greek as well. There's a lot of Greek stuff here. Obviously, the blimp being called Icarus. Icarus was known as the man who flew too close to the sun. They created an invention of wax wings and actually made them work. I think it was Icarus and might have been his father, Daedalus or Daedalus. I know I'm pretty weak on that kind of stuff. My knowledge is iffy at best, but I enjoy it. So yeah, he flew too close to the sun. The sun melted the wax on the wings, and he came crashing down to Earth and died. So basically, it's a very clever little story that its message is, shoot for the moon, aim for the sun. But be careful, And then in this game, it's basically about people trying to play God. You get too close to God, and yeah. Interesting though. I've seen it used a lot, actually, also in cyberpunk settings with Deus Ex Machina. They use the Icarus iconography a lot because of the concept of transcending humankind by using cybernetic enhancements, including in your brain and everything. Very cool. I love those games so much. Like, you've got to play them, both the classic ones and the newer ones as well. They're fantastic. The idea of people rioting and being basically racist against cybernetic enhanced people. They call it the cybernetic apartheid, which of course that was meant by using that name, trying to be shock value. There's a lot of shock value. The second game has an absolute extremist terrorist bombing that happens in the start. I don't like the second game as much. It's great, but it's not as iconic in my opinion. It's set in Prague. It's really cool, but it's very washed out. They were going for that Eastern Bloc, and I'm like, well, Prague's not that Eastern Bloc. You're not in Russia yet. Not everything has to be greys and whites and overcast skies. Whereas Deus Ex Human Revolution is set in Detroit, and they have this black and gold motif for all the colors, and it's just fantastic. One of my favorite games, one of my top 10s, honest to God. Might not ring true in all of its ideas. The boss fights are very weak, But just the sheer idea and continuing on the Deus Ex storyline is nothing short of fantastic. I love it. Hey, how's it going, Amid? Hello, it's been a minute, man. I hope you're well. Yeah, I played a Dark Tide. A lot of those games, Bernie, you gotta play with friends to really get some fun out of them. I played Dark Tide. I played some of the Vermintide games. I played, what was that newer one? I hear Aliens Fire Team is going to get a sequel, though. That's great, because I enjoyed that. I don't even know where to begin here. Just the problem with this one, like most detective stuff, is it's done in a game. So you can actually, obviously, tie all of these clues to our current idea here. But it doesn't matter, just don't do it in their order. So it's kind of like you're being a detective, you're deducing things, but it's just a game, so they just want you to pick the right things. Yeah.
Burn to a crisp.
Again.
Was that laughter?
Yes.
No.
He's a politician, he doesn't care. This one's
Was
going
the
to be important,
toxicology
but
of the
probably
rest
not now.
clean?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but it was normal for this social class.
It's usually supposed to be green if we get it right. Blood trail. Suspicious. It's greens. What else connects these two? This one I don't know too much. Famous psychologist? No. Certain symbol drawn in the safe. Travis. Developer initial one is sub 5. What's this? I can't even look at this one. Weird. That one might be glitched. Let's try the old
Damn
serpent.
snake again.
It looks fresh this time.
Yep.
Probably made on the day of the massacre.
Yeah, these
Do you think
serpents similar
Kovalev had
is
poison in his
actually.
blood too? Like green?
It's clearly a
Do you have
nod to
access
some
to the
kind of a
CTC
cult.
registers? It should be in there by now.
Checking. Roy, Park.
Nice.
Dean is
Platinum
there too,
scars
but
above. Nice.
no,
Good
no
game.
sign of Kovalev.
Definitely deserved more
So we have
recognition.
another
Nice,
connection to
nice.
green.
I must
A
get
final
around to
death.
playing it. I have it there. I got it for like €8 or something. So I have a lot of games like that where I don't know if they go out of print or whatever. Same with Xbox, where kind of physical is not such a big thing. You can get games for literally dirt cheap and not even on sale. It's just like CEX or whatever. It's insanely good. Weird. People complain about games being more expensive than ever. I'm like, they are if you're buying them day one, but they also go on sale quicker than ever before. Besides a couple, but then they become really obnoxiously expensive. You know, right now the Deadpool game, which you remember from 2016, that is hard to get your hands on. You can't even really buy it digitally. Maybe you can do it on PS4. I don't know. I must play it now that Deadpool's coming out this week. Is anybody going to go see that? Unfortunately, Disney are pulling, lo and behold, a Disney and showing 97% in the trailers and everything. So I pretty much know all of the fucking stuff. Thank you, Disney. Thank you, Disney. Fucking morons. You saved me $20. I think I'm going to see it in the cinema. You're fucking giving it away in the trailers. Silly rabbits. But yeah, so this Deadpool game, which came out, it was a Nolan North job. It's a fantastic game. I don't know why they never made any sequels to it. It came out before the movie. Maybe I'm getting those mixed up. One was 2014, one was 2016. I think it came out before the movie. Yeah. And then obviously it got huge numbers when it came back out, and I thought they remade it. Maybe they did. No, it's not in the PSN store either. It's not on Xbox as well. As far as I know, the reasoning is because of dumbass licensed music. Honestly, for the longevity of games, it is not about. It's not about whether they don't want you to buy their games anymore. It's about fucking red tape and licenses and stuff. And I don't know about you, but I would be more than happy for them to go back and remove the music. Like, we had this discussion with some of the GTAs and that, and I get it. It's like, oh, it's so important. Or take like Crazy Taxi, for instance, like that. It's so known for Offspring, but you're not paying your licenses, you're not getting the music, something like that. We have such a horrible, volatile relationship with music. And it's supposed to be art, it's supposed to be art form. So we have record labels nickel and diming, destroying things. And then we have artists that are either getting screwed over or becoming really horrible, bitter fuckers like Lars from Metallica. Just a horrible bastard, coveting all of their music. And then you expect us to care about your band, expect us to go to see you in concert and stuff. Fuck off. The rest of the boys seem pretty nice, they just want to get paid, but Lars is like, it went from, I want to protect my art and my investment, and that's completely fine, well within his rights, to Gollum, basically, you know, becoming a horrible bitter bastard and destroying so much of the goodwill surrounding music and people, and even our want to pay for music, you know, like his argument was that things like Napster and LimeWire and all that back in the day was giving away music for free, but instead of, you know, coming to some kind of a agreement and turning Napster into a possible, you know, very early days Spotify or something, he decided to destroy and nuke everything, so nobody gets anything. Yeah, you can pay nearly €800 for a copy of Deadpool, I swear to God, go look it up on eBay. So yeah, if you own that game, you've got a hell of a nice little investment there. No one would pay that for it, but maybe 200. You know, it's just one of those things. Like same with Nintendo and the 3D Mario All Stars collection. If something goes out of print, a lot of Switch games goes out of print physically. Hold on to them, because those fuckers will be worth money if you like that kind of stuff. But otherwise, yeah. Problem is you can run into a horrible thing where they'll re-release them or remasters, whatever, and then your investment is worth nothing. But if you're pretty quick and you keep an eye on when things are coming out, usually collectors are not quick enough to realize that, so you can sell it very quickly. Yes, was I right about Scars Above? Is it basically Returnal without the roguelike, and obviously, you know, not as well put together? How was Pyro down today? Game came before the movie at the time. I know nothing about Deadpool and love the humor. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, he wasn't that huge or anything. Like, honestly, Deadpool, outside of the comic book fanatics, Deadpool really only started to come into the mainstream around X-Men. What was it? X-Men Origins, where he was just called, what was it called, like X-Zero or something like that, Project X. Maybe it's called XX. It's one of those weird names they had. And he wasn't even Deadpool at that point. He was just like fucking skinless, and they tied up his mouth and stuff. And then he had swords coming out of his arms, which is that's not what Deadpool does now at all, right? He just has 2 swords on his back. As far as I know, I've never seen him do that ever again after that. It was basically a way of trying to take down Wolverine, but he would have swords coming out of his arms like fucking Terminator 2. Let's see, why did he kill everybody? It's because of the thing in his system. Where's that? Body axe. No, it's this one up here. No, not Miller. Close. Where is it? It's the thing inside his... this one? Oh, maybe I already used that, did I? So, maybe technical plans then. Drawings of electrical installation building. Part of this one about lowering the age of the use of magic data.
Motherfuckers. I still can't believe it.
At least their plans will take a while longer.
Yeah, I was thinking that. No, it's more got to see, you can't use it again. Using toxology. Yeah. They ask the same questions sometimes or different, and I'm like, god damn it. Just have to do this? No. I bet there's like achievements for doing this without failing the skill.
Dancing flame.
Demers guy.
Fuck, James.
You're still laughing. Probably something simple then. It's hard with the politician, isn't it? Scarf, you think they all... Oh, the owner of the skyscrapers. No, he's just a developer. Oh no, I wonder. Yeah, it's hardly her.
Famous psychologist back in the circle of suspects.
More on the periphery.
Yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't kill each other over this one. I don't think so. I think it might be the skyscraper. I don't know what this is down here.
Great.
Yeah, it's a developer named Travis Collette.
Travis Collette? Bonjour, Travis. Travis Colette. Travis
Bob.
James.
Messing up. What's this
Sorry.
one down here? Won't let me pick it up. Weird. I wonder, is it all over a woman? No.
You can't let her go, can you?
Can't stop thinking about the psychologist.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could use one on yourself.
We do know that they're being slipped these fucking weird drugs, so I'm thinking somebody has to be the supplier.
Chief's errand boy.
I wonder how
Fuck,
big
I've
his
tried
stable
everything now.
was.
I'm not getting this one at all. Tried this one right, didn't I? No one tried that. We tried them all. It's probably this thing. It's like broken or something. There we go. Greens.
So
Are you
the watch for the
motherfuckers?
photo
It wouldn't
wasn't
let me
evidence
select
of a
it.
friendly quarrel
You
between
stinky
Sarah.
bastards. Oh
Do you
my
have
god. No
access
wonder
to
I'm
the
getting it
CTC
wrong.
registers.
Just checked.
Nah.
Kovalev Zegarite never made it there.
Nice.
Which means that this is another...
I just had my
This is
schematic
another
end to
final
Melania
death.
fight.
They
Ooh.
both left this world.
Nice, dude.
And they left behind quite a mess.
Hey, you got her. How
Do you
long
think
were
they
you
managed to
fighting her
carry
all
out the
weekend?
plan from Green's
Well,
letter?
she
All
got
we
me
know is they
upwards of
gave their
30
lives
times.
for it.
That's not that much.
Could
dude.
anyone here know Green and
people
Kovalev were up
spending-
to something?
Damn
Hours.
good question. Let's check.
There are days on them. Good shit. Good shit. 30 times is nothing. 30 times by about like 3 minutes or so, including like the fight, dying, going back in. It's nothing, dude. Not even 2 hours. Oh yeah, I got greedy. I heard the sound that happens when the last HP is gone, but turns out I got her and my health bar wasn't even visible. Right. I think she does one last Scarlet Rot explosion or something as well. What'd you think of the fight overall? So that basically is a Bloodborne Sekiro boss inside of a Dark Souls game, you know. It is beautifully executed, but excruciatingly difficult because the lady gets her health back. Alright, so this works. I'm gonna make sure I've got space here. Did anyone here have known Green and Kovalev were up to something? Yeah, definitely the undercovers. It's the undercover cop. Agent Dean here.
As the chief's trusted man, he must have known about Green's death.
Yeah,
Just what was he looking for here?
try and bring it over here a bit. No coincidence, he dropped here for a drink. Cop and chief's boy, he'd know about Green's death. What's he up to here? Politician, shareholder, maybe? No, I didn't think so. Didn't think so. They're trying to catch them in the act or something. Let me see.
Sarah, can you check what building this is?
How am I supposed to do that? This is just a small section. I need more to work with here.
So you need them for on which building? This is where Travis comes in. That's what I think anyway. I knew it. But, you know, it's one thing getting it right. Hold on. It says conclude analysis. There's still lots more. Where does this private security form come into it? And why was Miller's Acarite encrypted? Which is very interesting. I think we end up shooting him after the fact. We got in touch with this guy. He was able to hack in. He's called the Stranger. I think he's one of these kind of extremist anarchists. Part of that cult, no doubt. It just seems to want to bring the whole thing crashing down. Which is not that bad of a thing. So James, the main character, kind of goes along with that. You know, even I agree with it in some cases. But not if it's going to kill people and take down the entire city. Well, Green's death was public. Even tried to get the plans of the department from Travis. What's it Green? Okay, cool. This might be the whole thing, right? Probably
Shit.
where we're going
So
next.
Dean was buying the blueprints for Green's apartment from Colette. And Colette didn't know about Green's death. And that order not to board Icarus. You think Dean was following the chief's orders?
He may have been working for someone else. The chief does his job as best he can. Bullshit. Chief has been bought.
Sorry to say, but it looks like our old bastard is deep in someone's pocket.
Oh, absolutely.
But what did he really want? What did he need the plans for?
Your questions keep
Sometimes
getting
she's on the
better.
radio and sometimes
We
she's in the
missed
radio.
something at Green's. Something damn important.
As long as everyone's focused on the riot now, the apartment should be empty.
Looks like it's the
Great.
next place we're going.
Let's finish what we started.
Yeah, solving chest by
Diagnostics
trial and error.
complete.
Exactly.
Repair cost and
Now the
fine.
issue is, it's like it wants you
$938.
to
Fuck you.
deduce the stuff
Don't wait
yourself,
for me with dinner.
but it's also a video game, so it's kind of poop. It's like just pick the right thing, you know.
After our little
All
nightly talk,
detective games are like this.
I knew
It's
I
like,
wasn't
might as well
alone in
just
all
be
this.
point and clicks.
Sarah may have been only a
Even
voice
the great
in my
ones, even the
earpiece,
LA Noirs and that.
but it was a
The
voice
reason
of
being is
integrity and
because no
reason,
matter how much choice
which
is
was
given or
what I
alluded
needed
to,
at times,
you're still looking at
and
cutscenes,
which could
dialogue,
be switched off at
and
other
endings
times.
and credits and all that.
And unlike
It's gotta
other
come no
such
matter what.
voices,
You just hope
without
that
grabbing a
there's
bottle.
multiple endings in a game where you can have cool, winding stories that might be different each time. And if you're going to get to the same conclusion, it's the way I feel about all Telltale games as well. I love them for their story, but the absolute illusion of choice is the biggest lie in video games. It does not exist. All the achievements are there, the final cutscenes in there. Illusion is bullshit. Maybe someone dies
James,
where they shouldn't
should I
be.
send you a sleeping bag? Get a
But,
move on. Turn on the camera.
Sadly, Telltale themselves have
Stand
destroyed
back.
that
The feds
illusion
secured the entrance.
Could you?
by
I'm on it.
immediately writing out the
do something
character in the
illegal.
next game.
I'm in rehab, so don't tempt me.
I'd still be sore about someone.
It's gonna be hard to find anything after the feds were here.
The feds weren't on Icarus.
They don't know what we know. Hopefully.
Thanks for doing
Ready.
that. You spend all this time saving a person, and it's all for nothing. We're actually going back to Greens. Interesting. We had found so much stuff. I found secret rooms and everything. To see how you guys doing. How are you keeping? Hope you're all well and looking after yourselves. My God, nothing's been changed at all. So this was the first place we started. This is a bit like trigger warning stuff. It was an apparent suicide, but it's not.
Everything ends where it begins.
Oh?
You watch too many movies.
I love even the flashlight you have is just all smoky and stuff. Really cool. At least they cornered off some of it. Department of Mortality. That's the name instead of the police department. Because everyone's immortal, they don't even call it death or murder. They call it mortality. You've been a victim of mortality.
So what are we looking for?
A red X.
Okay. Any ideas?
So this guy seemed to be a great philanthropist, an inventor, just general rich person, probably was over 1,000 years old. He invented the Icarite, which they use to transfer consciousness between bodies. Unfortunately, you can see that it has a awful bad effect on people's mental health, including a weird phantom pain, but of the consciousness, so little ghosts of past lives, past selves. And you can see some of it there. The Icarite seems to be in the back of their neck, but it like burst out through his eyes and his mouth and everything. It's pretty nasty. Yeah, this originally was a beautiful cherry tree, cherry blossom tree, one of the the last ones in this city, in this world, in the 2300s. It was burnt, but it was also connected with these snakes. But then we found out that there weren't snakes, there were these little power cables. But I still
Let's
swear,
keep it simple.
Going from corner to corner isn't simple.
I don't know. I'm looking.
No, the body has been removed. Okay, this is just a reconstruction, I think, of it. Interesting. But yeah, so we did a reconstruction. We found out that no, it was not a suicide. Far from it, in fact. Because how does a man push himself off a ledge? You don't do that. What we did figure out, though, is some of the things that did happen seem to actually be caused by him. So it made it appear that there's a mind control thing going on. That somebody, this Acolyte,
Have you noticed any difference since your last visit?
consciousness
I
changeover
tolerate
to make you immortal.
Keep searching.
Somehow they have control over that. I think that's what I'm getting at. Anyway, that's the vibe I get from the game, but who knows? We're leaning that way. Uh-oh. You gonna bring more of it? Nice. Ba-da-now. So it's a nice mix-up. We were playing Flintlock as well, a new Souls-like with guns in it on Game Pass, pretty cool. And then Dungeons of Hinterland, which is like a cel-shaded Austrian Zelda game. You should try that one. Admit, it's beautiful. You're basically taking a vacation in Austria, but you know there's these monsters taking over, but everybody knows about it. So you go there instead of a vacation, you're kind of going on a slaycation. Everybody's job is to go into all these dungeons. Seems to be over 30 of them, and it's all done like a gorgeous cel-shaded comic book, just beautiful, beautiful colors, you know. And there is combat, and then during the day you kind of meet up with friends and you go on the ski lift, and every dungeon has a different art style. There's like a hoverboard, there's a grind rails, there's good old bosses, there's like a Fez puzzle where you're like Rubik's Cube having to move the world and then platform across it. Yeah, there's even like a Mario Galaxy level where you're like in a giant circle and you move around. It's actually, to me, closer to like the old Sonic games, the bonus rounds. But yeah, we'll play that one obviously more as well. Really, really love that one. Such a great mix. And then Capcom have a new indie game out called Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, and that's a hack and slash game, kind of like Okami. Beautiful like dance moves and textures and what's the other word? Fabrics. There we go. Fabrics. Actually, it's like textures. That's another way of saying something else. That one's cool, but it has tower defense in it, so a lot of people are kind of like, oh fuck, but I don't mind it. It's fine. It's not really tower defense per se. It's more getting your troops in order. But you can still do 90% of the combat yourself. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So yeah. Anyway. So a really cool mix of games, huh? And this will keep us busy for pretty much the rest of the summer until things kick off again in August when the fall starts then, you know?
If there was anything
so I'm very happy. Nice little mix. Detective game. Fucking cel-shaded Zelda game. We got tower defense.
Probably.
Hack and slash.
Okay. I'm convinced.
And then Souls-like.
Are we getting out of here?
It's a game set in the future. Yeah, 2300s. But it has this kind of a Blade Runner retro future.
I changed my mind.
So everything looks like it could belong in the 1950s. It's actually the 2300s.
Why am I saying anything?
Pretty cool. He's like chilling in his flying car, watching everybody fly by, you know. It's pretty cool. It's regular, he even wears the fedora and the trench coat and everything. Regular old functioning alcoholic Sam Spade type of detective, you know. And he even sounds like Harrison Ford. Whoever they got to do the voices of Dead Ringer for him. It's pretty cool. He has his own demons, not just the drink. He also has vicious issues with seeing ghosts as well. They're not really ghosts, it's more like the concept of Bioshock splicing, where in this case you're transferring consciousness between bodies. In that game it was DNA splicing, but you're actually inheriting the memories of that DNA that you're putting into yourself. It's a pretty cool idea. It is very Bioshock as well. Massive, massive Art Deco everywhere. Art Deco is lots of grandiose golds, marbles, you know, that's Art Deco. This kind of sculpture, you know, really just kind of adhering to the gods in that. That's kind of Art Deco. That's what Bioshock is too, you know. It's a beautiful art style for sure. And yeah, he's gone kind of mad in there. The person talking to us is our detective partner, Sarah. You never get to see her. She doesn't want anything really got to do with us, but we kind of trust her because now we know that the chief of police is probably in on it too. What started off as a simple, you know, inventor slash philanthropist, very important person in society, and apparent suicide is now, we're still in that same crazy case where we climbed aboard and a blimp, a classic, you know, one of those classic blimps like the Goodyear blimp, and I was exploding. We had to jump on there and get some evidence before it exploded. It's been really, really cool. Nobody wants to die, and that's obviously the very interesting name, you know. It's like, what the hell does that mean? It's exactly what it is, you know. You've got the concept of immortality, so no one wants to die, but everyone's gone fucking mad, so there's a serial killer going on here, and then there's obviously the repercussions of trying to play God and be immortal. It's driving everyone fucking crazy. Not to mention the fucking ambrosia, the bloody medicine they're using probably is slowly driving them crazy. So yeah, lots of cool things going on. This seems to be their first game as well. They're called Critical Hit Games. I believe they're Polish, I want to say. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Very, very impressive stuff. You've got Unreal Engine 5, lots of bells and whistles. This is the Xbox Series X version.
The storm's coming. The electronics are freaking out.
Where do they lead?
What? What? To the electricity. Never mind.
Yeah, so this guy, clearly penthouse suite, but just full of secrets. We already opened a lot of side doors. Now we're back here. It's clearly we missed something. There does seem to be multiple endings because there was evidence we found. We were given the choice to burn it or not. And me trying to play sort of good cop was mainly because of Sarah, because she's the good cop. And she specifically asked you not to fuck with evidence because it would ruin her job. And like James here, the character you're playing, he doesn't give a fuck, you know. He's on a one-way ticket to hell anyway. He's so messed up. He's lost his wife, he's lost his partner, he's on his third or fourth body, he's about 120 years old. He's completely confused. He's still getting dreams of his old baseball days in the 1950s, you know. It's like, what? So yeah, it's really fucking well done. Really cool. I'm enjoying it because I don't think there is combat. He picks up his gun like 3 or 4 times, but there's not a shred of combat. But it's okay, you know. I think when it comes to these kind of detective / walking sim games, I think the ones that really kind of are allowed to get away with it is these games, because they're just knee deep in all this fucking craziness, you know. You're here for the story. I think when you have a normal kind of walking sim, you're like, they want you. It's almost like you're going on walking around Disneyland or something. It's like, look at all these graphical things we can do. You're like, I'm bored. When you're playing a detective game, it's the intrigue, it's the thrillers, the tension. It's, you know, that kind of way. It wants me to go even higher. I don't think there is another upstairs place. This is some of the secret areas we found. Is there a way of going up even more? I don't think so. I think I'm following the wrong cable. There's 2 of them. One leading to just kind of nowhere land. I need to follow the right one. This is little magnifying glass, which you can tell has that old schoolness. It looks like a fucking woman's makeup mirror or whatever. And then it has fucking X-ray in it, so you know, it's cool. I really like what they've done. They call that retro future, and I dig it. I like it a lot. It makes me very happy. It's just a cool idea. The biggest use of retro future is obviously Blade Runner, which is a huge inspiration of, and there it is. And things like Alien as well. Alien just happened to be a lot of Ridley Scott stuff, but Alien uses it in all their computers and stuff.
Why such a
like just put LED panels everywhere, you know.
This isn't a generator.
No. What is that? Jesus, you sound like an expert. It's a refrigerator.
Sound like an expert.
Nothing better than a vacation, right? Literally go back and look at Dungeons of Hinterland, and in the first 5 minutes I'm like, damn, if a mid was here, he'd know what it's all about. I probably mispronounce names and everything. You should play it too. It's on the Game Pass and stuff. Just beautiful. Dungeons of Hinterberg. I think I'd probably call it Hinterland if you're playing. Sorry, it's putting
gel into the roots.
Place in Elden Ring somewhere. My brain is all Elden Ring.
Doesn't look connected.
But yeah, congrats, Pyre. That's huge, dude. People have dropped Millennia, just left. They're like, nope. Good on you. First phase was totally fine, almost easy, right? Second phase is on. Yeah, the amount of damage does. Yep. It's crazy. Great Room is more than half the screen, and she was killing me in one combo. Yeah, that's her whole thing. She gains her health back. She hits the waterfowl, which is her like 6 or 7 hit thing. That's pretty much straight out of Sekiro. And then obviously getting the health back is from Bloodborne. So, and she's also extremely fast, which Elden Ring can be quite slow. You know, that's why people use this thing. You might have heard of it. It's called the Bloodhound Step, or the Blood something. It's basically an act of war that allows you to, or Ash of War, that allows you to kind of slide back. It changes your roll into kind of a slide back step. That's very clever. Can we get in here? Sometimes there's like a secret door. Where is that connected to? So what is it then? Is it a fail safe? Why does it go to the safe? Is it like a fail safe low? What's this guy up to? You know, if he's an inventor or a scientist, do you think they're just going to stop once they figure something out? No. This man was playing God. He's going to have to keep pushing the envelope. You can see where it's got him. Motherfucker's dead. You know, like they say, although you can't die, but clearly if the Icarite has been tampered with or destroyed on purpose, it reminds me of Minority Report too as well, because that had a similar idea where death was kind of sort of ruled out in that world, you know. The idea was it was about pre-crime, so no one could commit crime. So people are only dying from, you know, old age or whatever. But yeah, they couldn't die from murder. So they're trying to figure that out. It was cleverly done. Right, that's what. Yeah, I say this is like Bloodborne. Oh, not Bloodborne. Fucking Bioshock. Talking about too many games now. Bioshock and Blade Runner. Minority Report had a baby. How do I get up there? I can kind of see it for a second, then it stops. How do I get up there? There's no other floor, man. This is all she wrote. What else am I looking for then? These are like secret rooms that I found earlier, and I worry that I accidentally knock something out. Alright, where's this? Hold on. It's telling me it sees something there. Oh. It's the generator. How the fuck do you get in there? I'm assuming that's what they want me to do. Looks like there's a little room back there somewhere. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe it's the reconstructor thing. I forget this. I think there's a button you can press to bring up the other gadgets. I'll bring up the other gadgets. Hello? Something missing. We found this thing. It's connected. I don't even know why the safe is important. I don't think it is. It goes up the wall. I can't go any higher. What's going on? How do you... There was a way of bringing up the other gadgets. He's got a couple of more. He has this thing called a reconstructor. Here we go. Oh, that's from earlier. Is that leading to there too? Okay, maybe that's it. But we did this already. We blasted a fucking hole in the ground. Is it leading to somewhere else? We found out that that's what caused a lot of the fire in the first place with the transformer. A lot of these things just lead nowhere. Goopy little shades. Unless, oh, is this how you get behind it? Oh. What the fuck is that?
The wall is a meter from the safe. It doesn't make sense.
Maybe we're missing something. Safe?
I'll lock him up.
You're asking my opinion?
Maybe if you close the safe, it might do something. I don't know why we're doing this now anyway, because it's too late. The cops came in and we can't trust the chief, and he might have some extremely important evidence. Just open something else up. Cha-ching.
What next?
We have a card.
No way. There's a second safe inside this. No! How did he do that?
Bingo! The first rich dude's secret wall safe.
What the fuck is that?
You should be a thief.
I'm building my resume.
Dude, that's so
Nice
cool.
to see it develop.
It's a door.
Fuck you. This is my idea. Don't push it.
Oh, this guy's always drinking. He's getting the shakes. That is cool as shit. At least we know what the card was for. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that it's all leading to secret code shit. Uh-oh.
James, what is happening?
Sarah?
We're stuck in here.
Oh, fuck.
Communications cut off. This place is basically not just a panic room, but it also seems to be just like a
So green at a private
dead zone.
dungeon.
Yeah.
And perhaps it holds a stamp collection.
So no information could get in or out. It could be got to do with this. This looks kind of sort of like a Faraday cage, which could even block Wi-Fi signals and stuff.
This much gel could blow up the Senate.
Jesus, well, he was doing some experiments with it. A gel is what we've been finding this whole time.
Another
Oh, what
victim.
the fuck?
Just more questions.
Who the hell are you? It'll be important later. You doing good, bro? Poor bastard stuck there dead. I wonder, did Green shoot this guy?
Formal dress.
Hmm.
A meeting? With a murderer? With Green?
Yeah. Tough boss. Honestly, dude, by beating her, I would argue you've beaten the hardest boss in the game. Including the DLC. Because I don't think any boss in the DLC is harder than
Coven.
Melania.
What are you
Like,
doing
the
here?
last boss, you saw me, it took a lot of
Wasn't
people like
those
99 hours,
donations,
whatever.
Orphanages in the city would disappear. Let's
And-
check where you came from, Coven.
He is different. He's very, very, very tough. But it's mainly things outside of your control that make him so difficult. all the holy damage, the constant light show that's going on. But if you just slow down things and see what's going on, he's doing the exact same moveset outside of 3 other moves in the first phase. So it's like you've become second nature of the first phase. The second phase shouldn't be too bad. And I mean, there's hundreds of thousands of builds that will just destroy him. I don't think we did too bad, but it took me about 3 hours or so. It's not that bad. Some of the earlier bosses took like an hour as well. But it's because the DLC is completely structured differently for the first time ever. I don't like that. Like that, I would play that DLC 10 times over. I don't want to play the main game anymore. I like Elden Ring, but it's Dark Souls 4 and it has extreme diminishing returns, just like you don't see me playing Breath of the Wild ever again or Tears of the Kingdom ever again. Great games, wonderful, but they are one and done. I do not have 150 hours to keep playing these games. The people you find that put 1,000 hours into these games, you find out that they're not playing anything else, you know. It's fine, I did that as a kid, you know, you'd rent something out at Extravision or Blockbuster. That's all you had for 2 weeks. So you played the living piss out of it and then brought it back. Or maybe you'd get one game for Christmas or for your birthday, and that's all you had, you know, till the next year. So you played the shit out of that. That's fine. That's not how modern gaming works at all, unless you are of that age. People just like a game and that's all they play, you know. They buy one FIFA, one COD, one Madden a year and that's about it. And that's cool. That's fine. It's just spending habits. But you won't convert those people, you know what I mean? Oh, here we go again. So this is this stranger.
Who? Where are you?
Why don't we start with where you are?
He sounded better at the start. He sounded like a demon. Now it's just shady gangster. So this stranger is, I believe, one of the cult members trying to control people. It's got to do with the Icarite. Now I wonder, was Green, the inventor, did he put a failsafe in it that he could control people? I'm about to get to the bottom of this.
What is this place?
Yeah, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is still my game of the year so far. We'll see.
News.
Uh-oh, that sounds very close. Are you in that chair?
You're late for the party.
Yeah, they should have kept the demon voice. It would have been cool to make it seem like James is going mad. Keep that idea going, you know. Keep us out on a limb with her, like, this detective is
This
crazy.
reminds me of something. I saw one just like it in the safe.
Yeah.
Only degenerates can afford to endure prohibition with dignity.
It's probably like a second prohibition. That's the one you stole. So it looked like he missed the party. The elitists, the cults, you know. Yeah. No doubt he was part of it. There's one thing you'll find with rich people is they get bored easy. So they start to make up all these little
I knew a guy
fucking
who
eyes
raised
wide
money
shut
for a movie
sex
over
cults.
2 shells.
Or just
She didn't like it
good
and started
old-fashioned
adding
cults.
conditions. You can't show it like that. The kiss is
just
too
pure
long.
boredom, that's all it
Costumes
is.
like this aren't appropriate for kids. Boy ended
Instead
up
of just
hanging
picking up a
himself.
hobby like the rest of us.
But she censored
Inside.
articles about it,
Trip
and
to a
nobody
very
found
special
out.
island.
The senator? Here?
Everyone pays for success. Few can really afford it.
So what is that success? Is it the gel, you think? Is the gel the Icarite? Is this them paying for immortality? Or is this every single powerful person in the city? Look at that, look, it's literally eyes wide shut, so they come here under the guise of masks. No one knows each other's identity. The nameplates are just where they sit down. Very clever. Now, eyes wide shut is a sex cult, but this is probably just good old-fashioned control of the city. Some serious Batman shit, I love it. Especially that new Batman. My goodness, what a neo-noir masterpiece.
Masks can be symbolic.
Fantastic. If you're not a big comic book
Maybe
fan,
members
just watch
have
the
to
new
earn
Batman.
them.
It is fantastic. So dark and gritty. You can put it up there with like some of the classics. I hope they don't
crime
lose that.
scene, another bar. Clearly, booze is as deadly as they say.
It's a cool ass piano. Was it? What was it on? Whoa, it's no pad. Little black book of all these people, is it? And he's using
How
handwriting.
to quell the masses. Oh, nice. They
Yeah.
even think about us after hours.
No,
Well.
that's not it.
Their plans will have to wait.
This is mental control. 3 pillars of action. Patricia, send her against the government. She will gain the trust of the masses and direct attention to something more than the bill for what? Governor Chris will announce increased security measures, and Cadis teams for distraction, talk to the assistants, and the notes all three by tomorrow. Okay, this is Green's idea. Then didn't he send them here? Interesting. This is, I have a feeling this is where
she knew what was going on, and she took part anyway.
This might be got to do with our little psychiatrist. That's what the money will happen if there's no fees. That's social for it. At that point, it's supposed to shut up. It's absurd.
Interesting. This notebook is worth a fortune. Then why did you leave him?
What about body inflation and where are they? Never to greenness, right? So well, this wasn't written by Green. Who the hell is this one? Prison Bud's relationship with the governor? Unscattered for Shell. That's that already. Shell's open secret that he had stuff on his secret. It's hard to squeeze out of it. This is such gibberish. We don't know the context of gibberish.
What? And thus, conspiracy theories are born.
Space? Creating a secret society. I see that. People who could participate in it and demands it. Find some conspiracy theory shit based on technology, maybe from outer space. Green probably wouldn't agree to that. I'll sell it to the people. What? I think the way it's written on the book makes more sense than the way they put it out in the text here. Does that make any sense? See that she scratched stuff out there. I would rather read it that way. Because once you do it like this, it's missing so much of its emotion and the way it's written and what's crossed out. It's just complete gibberish. That might be a mistranslation or something. Interesting. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Kind of what I was thinking anyway. You know, she mentioned even there their secret society. Who wrote this? Was it the pianist? Was it the governor? Insane woman. What's he talking about? Got some people here. They were all murdered to hide the secret.
See, you dressed inappropriately. It was a theme party.
These are
So
probably
over
waitresses,
here.
maybe.
No, fuck it. I
I'm
better
trying to
start
write
from the beginning.
liar. Now he's the one who probably did the killing, but I'm half convinced it was possibly Green. These two might have been lovers. They try to hold each other's hand in death, maybe. She looks more waitress than anything. Doesn't even have a mask on. What is going on? We're gonna reconstruct all this anyway. Is that a pistol clip?
Someone was shooting here. But who?
This one might not be caused by the... I think the stranger is part of the cult too. Okay, talk.
Glass? A lot of shrapnel? Where did it come from? I'll get back to that.
Tables, maybe. Blowing out the walls or something. Interesting. Whether those I'm going paragliding tomorrow, booked for today, but I have to push because of rain. Oh, hopefully it does, dude. Good luck. Have fun. Go have fun. Hell yes. That'll be something special. Have fun. Have them eat. Swear it straight was out of fucking Bioshock. She's still got like a cigar in her hand. Yeah, Sara, I'm glad she's done now. Yeah. Definitely. She was very, very cool boss. The beauty of her is just how different and unexpected she is, you know? She does not belong
keeping this company
in that
I'm asking the questions this time.
In that game at all,
Sorry,
you know?
it's too late.
That's the beauty of her. But those kind of bosses, a few of the DLC ones as well,
Blagojevich,
really only
journalistic scum.
shows up how slow the game is. I get it, everyone's like, yeah, just use Bloodhound Step. I'm like, if I have to use things in the game to make it seem better, we're back at the Dark Souls 2 all over again, you know? Just
What's
put a
with
few
these
points in
masks?
adaptability, you'll be fine.
Some subtle differences, but not enough to tell who's who.
Like,
Or
I
what?
try not to judge people when they do their builds or whatever. I honestly, like, I would say about magic builds and all that, but it's more just being on the tail end of it. And what the issue I have found is not the issue with builds and difficulty of that, it's the issue of how people take their wins, you know. People can be extremely sore, obnoxious winners as well as sore losers, you know. And that's what I hate. Oh, it only took me 2 attempts. Oh, it only, I just did this. And you find out they summoned the spirit ashes, they used magic and crazy broken builds. And it's like, well, we're not the same. I'm sorry, but we're not the same. Like, buying the cliff notes and reading up online and breaking the game down is not an accomplishment. It's just, honestly, you just wasted your time, because without a slight bit of challenge, just like in real life, without challenge, there can be no reward. Hence why all these stupid sociopath fucking streamers and TikTokers and idiots have no concept of morality, because they never worked for anything to do. You might think, oh, but they're always streaming and doing stuff. They work hard. They work hard now. They work hard after they've made it. They do fuck all. Everything else is set up for them. And if you have that kind of money, sorry, but it's not work after that point. How many people do they hire? How many assistants did some of these people have? Up to three. 3 assistants. Like, one to scratch their arse, the other to sniff it, you know?
Fancy way
What
to
the
go.
fuck?
Perfect for the upper class.
So you gotta understand where I'm coming from. They get around and put a lot of work into their little social media stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll pick him up and find out who it is.
It's like the bare minimum. It's the whole argument of the social battery all over again. We all have a social battery. Most of these streamers have a small social battery because they've isolated themselves.
Even my idiot neighbor has a bumper
It's just
sticker.
like anything else. The more you do it,
What he
the
thinks
easier
about
it
him
becomes.
in the law now.
So unfortunately, even just being a functioning member of society and community is also part of practice.
She used to be a sports writer.
The more you shy yourself away from life,
my team was winning.
the less comfortable you
Then
get
she got
with
into
it.
politics
That's why
and
we
became
have so
editor
many
of the whole paper.
angry little white
Anna
boys going around
you had
shooting
your
people.
last deadline.
Because they're broken in the
Maybe we
head.
can lift the
Get them off the
chandelier.
fucking computer and get them into some kind of a fucking activity. Preferably outside. First step of recovery is the parents actually becoming parents.
Fire upstairs must have damaged the
Oh,
wires.
such a quiet boy, such a nice boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did he
Like they said
fall?
about the old
Where's the
fucking
killer?
dumbass Austrian painter as well. Such a nice boy. He'd love to read, apparently. You fucking morons. All it takes for evil
Everson.
to triumph is for
He'd sell
idiots
his
to
own
do
mother
nothing.
for votes.
There was
Trust
a
me, we're
scandal that
overwhelmed
he
with
used his
idiots right now.
mother's illness in the campaign.
That's why I really, if you make me president, I will mandate an ass whooping of all parents that children don't fucking behave. I will be the one to hand that out. I won't be judge, jury, and executioner. I'll
Needs a
be the
closer
fucking
look.
ass whooper. Make a movie out of that, Marvel, you pieces of shit. Chemical analysis, gunpowder, so, you know, I probably didn't shoot it down. It was some kind of small explosion. Maybe. See, somebody fucking had the time of his life in here. Wow. Yeah. People. So this is where we do the reconstruction stuff. What's interesting about this, it's actually, they don't make it seem obvious, but it's actually a small, isolated time manipulation. Doesn't seem that way.
Emperor screens.
But it is, because
Make
we
that
can actually
God.
remove objects
There's no movie studio that
after the
doesn't
fact.
kiss
Can't
his
bring them
ring.
back from the dead though.
Maybe a little lower.
He influences more people than you think.
Yeah, that's the side of From Software's community that I don't like.
Everybody lies.
Like, I can be
They
pretty
learn
heated
to
about
live a lie.
magic builds and magic in general because it's just so broken. That's about it. It's like, yeah. Or like the camera or whatever, like that's like 90% of the fandom right there. But the toxic side of it is the ones that gatekeep and fuck things up for everyone else. There is no fucking right or wrong way, but it's how you react afterwards. It's just like in real life. People really do get things free and easy and then think they've had to struggle. What's world problems versus actual struggle
Where's the
and all that.
damn killer? How did they die?
Losing your nerve.
I don't know, dude. It was a killer so
He was
much.
standing before
as
the chandelier
cover
fell on his
up.
head.
Smell it. Probably the stranger, honestly. He sounds like typical gangster stuff. Look at this dude. So what was he shooting? Shooting someone at the piano? Oh, there we go. This triangle. I couldn't find that. X-ray reconstructor hand. UV lamp. Might have been a sex cult. Half of them are scantily dressed. Alright. Someone dropped the chandelier on him. Where was he shooting? Shooting, boy. I'm no good with this kind of stuff. There we go. Hard to find the
Brings
right
a
thing.
gun to a fancy party.
Fucking lack of culture.
8mm. Were you sitting here with a loaded gun?
Think twice before inviting a paranoia case.
You know, as soon as I beat Radon, I didn't turn around and go, that's how it's done. Just do it like that. You guys suck. I turned around and I go, good luck to everyone fighting him. That's what I said. Because I felt the fucking pain. I've watched people beat him. Watched that fucking dumbass lolcow DSP beat him, right? And he had spent about 5 hours watching the chat hold his hand, let him create builds for him. And he had created this obnoxiously broken build. It was basically 2 colossal weapons, which, like, you've already got great swords in the game, but colossal weapons are giant, like, dragon tooths and things like that, you know? And he was able to bonk him on the head, and he would go down in 3 hits, you know? So it's like, what was the accomplishment here, you know? You cheesed it, and then walked away as if you had just created the cure for cancer. You're a piece of shit. And that's the definition of a sore winner. You're a horrible, obnoxious person. He's just a piece of shit in general. Like, he's an unself-aware, extremely dangerous narcissist. Thankfully, yeah, we don't have to deal with him more than being online. But yeah, those kind of people are very dangerous. They can't do anything wrong. They're a victim in everything.
You didn't shoot that fucking thing down on your own head.
Are you sure?
He shot the killer. Was that?
It's the reason why they're low
How are you
cards.
feeling?
Better every
And
minute.
he tried to compare himself to Kai Cenat. It's like, oh, it took him hundreds of hours, only took me 5 hours, as if it was an accomplishment. Mike, here, you played all of those games 2 or 3 times. You even did a second run of Elden Ring. Kai, this is the first time Kai's ever played any of these kind of games, and he never gave up. I have seen so many people give up. Asmongold gave up. I don't care if they went back with a different build, a broken build, fucking fingerprint shield looking ass. It's different. He still gave up. That's the difference with me too. I call it my stubbornness, but in a sense it is determination as well. It's just there's a fine line between both of those. And it's a little bit... my issue with that kind of stuff, I would stay fighting a boss for 5 hours straight. I wouldn't give a fuck. But my issue is wasting y'all's time, you know? And even in a sense, like the streaming time too, you know? That's what I'm like, oh, but what kind of gun shoots at... I suppose it kind of breaks into shrapnel a little bit, but it looks like he shot 3. What did he shoot though? It was glass here? Some kind of protective thing here? Interesting. So yeah, I hate that kind of stuff. Don't be a sore winner. It's horrible. Horrible. Karma gonna get you. Kind of bulletproof glass or something. This whole thing was surrounded.
Weird. The trail ends here. Lots of glass under your feet and nothing around. The killer had plenty of time to cover all traces.
Might be just for a show or something. It was more of a meeting than a party. Oh damn. Is this more of that stuff from earlier?
Like you got hit by a truck.
What? Something push into him? By a truck. Normally I have these figured out. This one's weird. Yeah, one of Hitchcock's last movies. Eyes Wide Shut. People said it was a bit,
glass.
You know, we watch it all for the dirtiness and all that, but
brings me
one of those upper echelon, horrible kind of dirty secrets, you know, about the cults and the sex cults and all that. Some say that he got too close to the chest, too close to the bone on that one. And it may have got the anger of certain people. Not that he died under
As if he flew over the barrier? It's not everything. Gotta be more.
Yeah, if you get hit by a truck, it wouldn't be just falling over the barrier. Somebody hit him, something, some chandelier swinging or something. What's this? Is that not there before? There we go, we found the invitation.
What do they have to pay him to take all the public's hate? So that was
together with the council, we have received your request and like to invite you to the club. Yeah. These are a dime a dozen.
Burn it all down.
Even today, right now, there's meant to be a secret cult out there.
Critics
Don't say
sitting with
too
a
much.
propagandist.
All centered around Minerva,
burn it all down.
Goddess, the owls. It's like some fucking Hereditary, Midsommar stuff, but trust me, I'm surprised. Nice. Oh, did you see something else?
Shoe print. Maybe he
Fuck,
ran.
you're better than me.
Where was the killer?
All the trophies apart from the ones with the endings, I suppose, the final boss time. You can, yeah, it pretty much is. When you beat the boss, if you don't click on anything, you can kind of walk out and not do New Game Plus. Just be careful with that. You can get all the endings. Now, normally in a Souls game, you have to either save scum by using a USB drive, or if you're on Steam, you can mess around with your save files that way. You know, obviously be careful, you might corrupt your shit. Normally they want you to keep replaying. It's up to you. But yeah, obviously be careful, and you can start the DLC. I don't know if you're gonna get that DLC. I mean, it's gonna be expensive. It's worth it though. It's definitely worth it. Like, it's still fantastic. It's still, you know, some great software stuff, and just getting diminishing returns as time goes on. It doesn't seem that dark, and then I do something and it gets darker and darker. I can't see shit. Why isn't the torch working now? It's all fucked up. No, it won't. Wait. Can't even take out my hand. What did I do? Can't use the torch. Usually, alright, whatever.
Did you run away? Why in this direction? Doesn't make sense.
Probably because the chandelier was falling, maybe, no? What hit him? He got shot in the back, probably by the dude, maybe. Weird, this is such a weird one. It's not like the Icarus made sense, it was just an explosion, and then keeping an eye on the trajectory of the explosion. This one I haven't a clue. Is it a broken bottle? Looks like they went mad as well. I'm thinking, like, the second one, they tried to make it sound like it was a mobster deal gone wrong. Clearly it wasn't. And this is happening again. You can see all these people went mad. So this was probably not a party. This was a demonstration, I think, of how the mental control could happen. They're going to make it sound like it just drives people mad, but I think it's more than that. I think it's full mental control. Is there something here I'm supposed to see? Oh, they even have special stuff, huh? All the original lies in the care, focusing on the family's heritage and strive to provide the best experience and memories of this era. Yeah. They make that noise afterwards.
Broken
oh, there you go. This is the fucking examine thing.
Speaking
of DLC, waiting for a Spider-Man one. Yeah, what the fuck?
Where were you sitting?
What are they doing?
Maybe the glass shards will
Yeah, I just don't know what's going on at Sony right now. They're so all over the place. Disaster. Honestly, the live service stuff and then Jim Ryan leaving and then everybody pulling all that stuff back has probably cost them 2 years of reconstruction or restructuring of all their games. We've lost about 4 or 5 games so far. The only ones that slipped through the crack was like Helldivers 2 and now Concord, and Concord don't do good. But Helldivers was awesome, so now they're like second guessing it. We lost a lot. And more importantly, it's the time that was taken to make those games, you know what I mean? That's the big issue too. Alright. I don't think he was running away at all. I think he was going to stab the shit out of someone with a broken bottle. They're all and then he got shot in the back. Because they all probably start killing each other. Even though they might have been friends or on the right side or something. How this works is you step into this, you get this cool lighting effect. You step into this bubble when you hit the right thing on your wrist there. It's kind of cool. But I always mess it up to find the right time. It's definitely this. Yeah, you see, it didn't work a minute ago and it does. Get the right angle.
So you were sitting here.
I'm thinking they probably poisoned all the liquor. And whatever is in that gel mixed with the ichor, it allows them full control. And that's what I'm thinking. That's the only thing I can get from all this. That's the deeper side of it. Some kind of secret society take control of everybody through this consciousness. Yeah. We definitely all came here thinking it
You
was going to be.
attacked, even though bullets were flying everywhere.
Yeah.
What made you do that?
Time for more UV lamp. Whenever the UV lamp is brought out.
That's where you were hiding.
Yeah. These are probably splashes from the liquor, honestly, being spilled everywhere. Don't. Yeah, well, what kind of games are you guys excited for upcoming? We've had a good chunk of Star Wars Outlaws stuff being shown off, and it's not looking great. I think it's fine. They're calling it a Ubisoft downgrade. I'm like, welcome to the world. My only ever issue with Star Wars Outlaws is, can they keep the blaster gunplay interesting for the entire game, you know? Because the only thing you can really compare it to is like an Uncharted, you know? And those games are, the pacing is unfucking believable, especially Uncharted 4, you know? And they still mix it up with your grapple hooks and all that, and fisticuffs, and it works really well. Set piece, and then shootout, then cutscene stuff, you know, that kind of way. Very clever, and they've always been that way. They're brilliant. They're like a movie. It works well. Now turning that into like a more open area, open world in Star Wars Outlaws, I worry about it. And it seems to be leaning too heavy into the Jabba the Hutt stuff, and it's just not that interesting of a character. I'm sorry, he's a big blob. He's a den of thieves, which are, you know, we've had him show up in other games, other movies. It does not matter. But we'll see. Yeah, the main issue, like they showed basically 10 minutes of uncut raw gameplay, and she was flying around on the speeder and stuff, and it's on Tatooine, so everyone's like, this is boring as shit, which is a desert planet, you know. So of course, like, that's a lot of shite. But then the other thing that came out, and I knew it has one of those game things, not just because it's Ubisoft, but just in general, where it's too good to be true, just like Starfield, where you're like, okay, you're not going to be able to actually do this. So yeah, it turns out there's only like 4 or 5 planets, and then only one of them is fully like big, explorable, and the rest are the size of, say, like a Star Wars Survivor planet, which is still pretty big, right? You know, but not what they were doing. Basically how Starfield's doing it. It's going to be like how Starfield's doing it. That bit where you land and take off, there's still a cutscene when the fucking thing parks, you know? It's still not No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky on the other side of things has gone through another massive free update, free basically relaunch. They've redone the game from the ground up, massive bosses and fights and everything from the water physics all the way, yeah. And I think it's going to be, they want to push it for the PS5 Pro. So a lot of stuff is leaked about the PS5 Pro, and now even more so with it's called codename Trinity, and basically they've all had the development kits for probably about a year now, I'd say, at this point, and Sony are mandating that any game that's launched after September of this year needs to be compatible with PS5 Pro, including like what the PS4 Pro did, where you'll have, you know, new choices of resolutions and frame rates and that, you know. So obviously some of the games are getting ready to do that, you know, and one of them was No Man's Sky and a few others. Now what they showed was not that impressive. It's basically just all code names and stats right now. The proof will be in the pudding, but it showed the difference in the frame rate, and it showed the difference in the actual real resolution, instead of the checkerboard shit we've been dealing with, 4K up-resed and all that. And it really it boosted most games by about 800p, which is, you know, stupid numbers when you think about it. But we'll see. They're obviously heavily going into deep, fucking super sampling and deep learning and all that kind of stuff. Basically, FSR, I think they use it on that side because they use AMD, whereas the rest use DLSS, deep learning super sampling, and that. These are just fancy names for programs that use AI to upscale resolution and frame rate and all that, and give it basically just trim it up a bit. So this is something that the Switch 2 is going to use almost exclusively on every game, where they still can only render maybe at 720 or 900p, but it's going to be 4K, you know. And it's clever, it's a trick of the eye. I don't like it, any of this, because we're back at this HD ready shit that we used to do. Do you remember those TVs and monitors? HD ready, and we found out it was 1080i, not 1080p. It was close to the fucking 900p. It was a disaster, and all it really did was stopgap the whole 4K HD generation, where people just weren't really adopting, and they were trying to give them this horrible fucking, you know, sidestep. It's just a stupid idea. I hate when this happens. This is why 4K and 4K Blu-rays and everything is in the fucking dirt right now. And it really shouldn't be, because I think you should hold on to your physical libraries as long as you humanly can, because between horrible fucking, you know, digital rights management, fucking all that other shit they do. They do so much crap now. They do anti-cheats and it's destroying the performance of your stuff. Just hold on to everything, because trust me, we'll be back in the fucking CD, DVD, cassette, vinyl. Vinyl's never left.
Your chance.
Yeah.
Run across the middle of
To me,
all.
PS5
Well,
Pro
better to do
will
something
be
than
it's
nothing
a
at all in a
giant
situation like that.
bandage
Although, as you can see,
on a massive
this
dam.
is no guarantee of success.
Fucking chickens are coming home to roost for Sony, and they have no idea. To me now, I basically think that this generation is done. I know that sounds ridiculous. Sony want to keep it going until 2028, and I don't think you're going to see half of their big games till 2028, exactly how they did with PS4. But PS4 had such a long, great library that, because they didn't fuck up 3 years worth of content with live service shit, you know, so it was perfect. That's not what you're going to see now. We'll probably get Ghost of Tsushima next year. Maybe Venom if we're lucky. Wolverine won't come till 2026. And Horizon whatever, 2027, I'd say. I don't know. It's a fucking disaster. Sony really just fumbled the bag. But it's fine, because people are so dumb that they're just going to continue to buy their products. PS Portal 2 and the PS6 and the PS5 Pro. They don't care. Like, all they're getting this year is Astrobot, and they're completely happy with that. On any other year, they would shit up and down Astrobot, call them every name under the sun. But some people are starting to wake up. We're not asking them to denounce a company. Just hold them accountable. And that's not death threats. That's not going after individuals. That's actually using proper feedback and proper constructive criticism. It's a very hard thing to do, because people only deal with extremes. None of them are perfect right now. Xbox are fumbling. They finally got their library together, but their console is not selling at all. Now, it's doing very well. That's selling over 1 million in the last month on just fucking crazy hype alone. And now they're doing huge numbers in the last weekend because of the college football stuff. Like, when you say the word American college football, it's yeah, huge numbers. So good for them. I don't want any of them to go away. We need the competition. And then Nintendo are resting on their laurels. We hope it's because they're taking that big sigh, that big breathe in, so they can unleash a whole cacophony of beautiful masterpieces with the Switch 2. But I don't know. I still get this horrible nagging feeling that it's only going to be a new Mario and Metroid or something, and a whole lot of fucking... Like, if they really do push for these DLSS, you're just going to see re-releases or a modern updates and takes on games, you know? Obviously, this has been keeping the industry going for nearly 10 years now, where it's just remakes and remasters, but I think we're all kind of reaching the end of the patience on that one, because they have such diminishing returns. They're not all Paper Mario 1000 Year Door or System Shock or whatever. There's just so much that I don't think people are even buying the ones that they should be, you know. We're in desperate need of new ideas, and if you've checked around for movies or books or fucking games, TV shows, we've run out of new ideas a long time ago. Absolute garbage writers mixed with horrible agendas, be it politics, be it fucking dumbass, like, it's almost like they're trying to get their own back from like the bad days of the 2010s or something. It's so weird between the writers and the game directors. God, you name it. It's such childish behavior all over.
Low. Maybe Blagojevich saw Cadus.
Blagojevich. Now, careful with these names. Now, I'm not going to remember half.
On your back.
So clearly he's not here.
More than that.
Right.
The Stranger's probably clearly one of them people. Anyway. Blagojevich or something. But yeah, like I love video games. I'm not too fucking happy where things are going, but you know, they're moving forward. More money's been injected into things, so it's still good. I definitely find whoa. There goes the power again.
Someone's being paranoid here. It's just
this happens when we use the reconstruction,
which gets in the way of my work. Need more light.
It's not the power. It's because using this thing, like I said, it's like
Sara, You mumbled her name when you were lying on the ground.
Don't know. I was delirious.
Misery loves company, especially in the Force. Is she your liaison?
I'm off duty.
I'm having more fun with indie stuff like this and everything else we're playing right now. AAA stuff is meh. And like there's unbelievable amount of what is going on with why can't I turn the torch on anymore? Did he break it or something? UV lamp's not good for me. Maybe a little bit. There's yeah, so there's a little bit of annoyance over the Star Wars Outlaws. And then on the other side of stuff, there's still a hatred towards Assassin's Creed Shadows. Since the moment it was announced, you had a small select of people are just genuinely racist and don't want a black character, let alone a black samurai in the game. And they're hiding under the guise of saying like this is appropriation, when it's not, you know? It's very clear this person existed. So since then, we've had talks of, you know, Yasuke, whether he exists or not, or how much. We all know, like, it's right there in plain writing. We can't, you only go so far before it becomes semantics, you know? And the semantics of, basically, was he Nobunaga's slave, or was he actually a samurai, you know? And some people say yes, and Ubisoft, both Ubisoft and the angry fucking racists that call themselves gamers, people like Grums and all that shit, the creepy bastard who went after Stellar Blade, and he goes after everybody. His whole shtick now is that he has to rile up the community every time. He's a piece of shit. He thinks he's holding on to the sanctity of the non-political gaming world that we used to have in the 2000s. I'm like, nope. If you actually go back, there was just as much politics in games back then. It's just they were used as a story device, not as an agenda to real life. Big difference, boys, big difference. Instead of trying to change people's fucking minds around stuff or show your political ideologies in the game. It was just like, look at these dumb bastards, should have been the head.
Something big.
We've had all sorts of stories like that. Political corruption, police corruption. We've had everything. Every single story that you can think of. I told you it was a sex cult. Told you, it always is a sex cult. This is basically Eyes Wide Shut.
Keep his skeletons in the regular closet like the rest of
us. Oh damn, go on girl, holy shit. When she said she was flexible, she meant it. No, this is always the way, because you won't find more perverts than the people in power. Because now they have power, now they have money. What comes next? What kind of depraved shit can you do with that money? It's always the way. Also, we're all animals underneath, whether you want to believe it or not. So, yeah. Now we know where the glass came from. Shit, it was like a private show, so it's not got to do with pianos at all. This may be what we've seen many times before, which is human slavery, human prostitution and stuff, sex trafficking, that kind of stuff. Literally selling people to others. Fucked up. Yeah. When the money and the power comes, next comes debauchery. What's she doing? Are they like stabbing each other? See that, and she like licks his blood. Might be like a suicide pact or something. Do I see that? Might be a fake knife too. I'm not sure.
When you're left with no desires except to kill, then it's high time to die indeed.
It's hard to know, they're not showing you too much. But yeah, like I understand, like if there is a lot of that going on, where we do have a lot of misappropriation going on, misrepresentation going on in games. And I get that.
Rachel
sure.
would be disappointed.
I do, like there's things we do need to stand up for. Like right now people are talking about Genshin Impact doing, you know, that game has like, you know, inspirations from all different countries. You know, it starts off in a Germany style place, and then it goes to like India and Japan. They're all named differently, but they're inspired. And now they're going to a place that is inspired by Africa. But being a Chinese and you know, Asian devs in general don't tend to make a lot of people of color characters. Even most of their character creators didn't have sliders. The skin slider wouldn't go beyond white, and you know, it is a definite problem, and that's more of an Asian thing. It's an Asian problem that they're extremely insular. Like if a person of color goes over to their countries, they stare at them, you know, that kind of way. Because it's a very nationalist, insular kind of thing, where like, we know what we know and we don't know anything else. It's not inherently racist, but unfortunately it is, because it's just people. People are people, you know? It's just the way we are. Some people are just broken in the fucking head as well. For the most part, it's just anything different is a bit strange to people. I mean, you see this in games. It's been going on for. It's been much better in the last 10 years or so. But people are like, you've got the actual races hiding under, like, you know, picking the freedom fighters almost. Like, yes, we fight for the rights for the gamers. Like, you're so blind and stupid. You're destroying the whole industry. So we're gonna end up tearing each other apart over stupid politics, you know. So yeah, the Assassin's Creed Shadow. My take on it is Sasuke absolutely did exist. How much of a samurai he was, we'll never know. It's semantics. So it seems like a lot of historians have come out, and it's pretty obvious that Ubisoft have either hired them or there's some connection. We can't tell for sure, but it's pretty obvious that there's some shady stuff going on. They've come out and said, like, here you go, here's his entire life, even though no one will ever know. The only people who will know is Yasuke and Nobunaga, and they have been dead for hundreds of years. So the thing is, you either get with it, it's a video game. Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft have been taking liberties with history for fucking 20 years now. Grow the fuck up, enjoy it, and just see it as a fun game. Or you can die on this hill and destroy anybody's ever concept and just maintain your begrudging, bitter, selfish, weird little online persona. I deal with these people every day. They're just negative merchants. That's all they are. That's all they deal with. They can't enjoy a single game anymore. My advice to them is get the fuck out. The door is there. We don't need you in the community. Something has happened with you. You've become an incel. You're angry at the world and everyone around it. You've a chip on your shoulder, and no one's allowed to enjoy anything because you don't enjoy anything. And I do not fuck with those people. I want them gone. Those people need therapy, bad electric shock treatment, possibly even a nice good old stint in a mental hospital, I don't know. But get them the fuck out of media. I'm sick to the teeth of these people. They don't realize it because you're so trapped. I see them every day. They hate on everything. Maybe something in their life happened or whatever. But instead of doing the right thing and just being a human being with a bit of brains and foresight and actually going to therapy, they take it out on everybody. No one's allowed to have fun ever again. I hate that. What kind of life is that? That's a wasted life. You've only got, on average, around 80 years on this planet. You're going to spend that time being a negative cunt? You're not fighting for anything. Do you know how negativity affects you as a person? It destroys you mentally, physically. It destroys your love life. It destroys your life with your family. It destroys everything. You'll never enjoy anything. The only way to fix that is to grab hold of yourself, get a good shake, look yourself in the fucking mirror. Maybe you don't like what you see in the mirror, and go to fucking therapy. Go to therapy, break it down. Maybe your mother didn't love you enough. Maybe you were weaned off the titty too fast. Maybe too slow. Who knows? Maybe your father beat you up and down the fucking house. I don't care what it is. But don't take it out on the rest of the world. Trauma is not excuse for bad behavior. Fucking stupid people. Hell yes. Grab the fucking bastard by the neck. How's it going, Dynamite? How you doing? Happy Monday. Hell yes. We're starting things off. We're having our usual rants. Realize I got someone turned. Just beat the final boss. Nice, dude. No, they just put that in there recently. That's a new update where you could summon the horse in the final boss. I'm glad they did, because he swims around so much. It's like ridiculous, you know. Nice. I told you, the moment I saw her, I'm like, sex cult. It's always a sex cult. But yeah, there's a lot of good in the world. There's a lot of lovely people, lovely pastimes. Go out there and have some fun.
They've been trying to make her
ride and rot in your own negativity.
She wanted to change the world.
That's such a waste.
That they're all on
so many poor
payroll.
People out there who live a life of horrible, you know, birth defects or
the wound looks
you know, just horrible fucking mental diseases or physical diseases, and you spend your life as a normal person, fucking being a negative cunt. Like, Jesus, what a waste of life you are. If I could transfer someone who deserves it life, I would. That should be a thing.
And anything else?
This person deserves.
It's time for pictures of
your friend. We're just too chronically online, that's all it is. Interesting they're using these now. These might just be fake, but you never know. We're getting down to it now. More of the Greek iconology as well. Yeah, I get passionate about this stuff because I care too much, that's all it is. People can be such good people if they just were to try a little bit. They're far too happy being lost in their own shit. And there's clearly so many different lovely avenues to help you out.
For the living room.
I'm not sure it matches.
Yeah, GG man. Yeah, so now you finish that. Be careful. Don't load into new game because you'll have to start the whole thing again. So be careful. This is how they work. Now you should start the DLC. You can go for an ending, and that's fine. I would suggest you do that. You might not have some of the endings. You'll basically have a choice of 3 at the end. But if you don't have the choices, it's a little hard to see. Some of them are in the floor. It'll have a prompt. That's how Dark Souls likes to do its thing from software. If you don't have the prompt, don't worry. It just means some of the very archaic, tough endings are just not visible. Get your ending, get even your normal ending. Then you'll have a choice. Just don't start new game, whatever you do. Just load back into your old save, and you'll be able to come back out before you've beaten the boss, and you'll be able to start the DLC. If you want to, you can just leave that save until you want to start the DLC. That's my advice. If you roll into new game, obviously it's going to be harder, not by much, but the problem is you're going to lose everything, you know. So I think you keep most of your items, but you lose like map progress and boss progress. So if you did want to do the DLC, you'd basically have to begin again. So yeah, just be careful. I like that. I mean, it's basically all I've been playing for the last few weeks. Exactly. What was your favorite boss, worst boss? You guys doing? Grab the plat. You got the platinum as well? Shit. So you got all the bosses. You must have been doing the good thing, using a bit of a guide, because those bosses, man, are tough. Let's take a photo of this guy. Yeah, I mean, I tend to only mention like games and that, such a small facet of anything of life.
Let him for fun.
Oh, definitely for fun. But did he see this stuff here? It looks like just like funny rope or whatever. But it's that ichorite. Let's see if he mentions it.
Is it an ichorite? No.
Yeah.
It's impossible. It must be some kind of imitation.
Are you sure?
How did it all start? Was she the one who murdered him? Let's start with who the hell that guy is.
You know that by solving this case,
you just mentioned
you're helping cover it up.
Aren't you tired of these games? What's your point?
I want to help you.
Sure, because you're such a noble guy, right?
On Icarus, you stood on the right side.
Right.
I thought you might be worth the risk.
The stranger asked us to kill someone, and I did. With the guy on the bed. So the ichorite, as they mentioned, is just this fancy name. It's like a brain synapses. But so far, we've only seen it as like projections. You know, it fucks with your mind. It's basically, I think, what they use to transfer the consciousness. Think of it like uploading your consciousness into an SD card and plugging it into the back of your head. But whenever he sees that, he takes this special medicine they give to people called ambrosia, which is an old Greek. It's just named after that. It's an old Greek thing. It used to be like the nectar of the gods, you know. In this case, they named that, but it's used to quell the symptoms of when your consciousness is transferred between bodies. Think of it like a phantom pain. It's like your whole life, like your consciousness is rejecting the body. So it's cool. It's just used as an art kind of thing. They use it like as neon drawings and that. But clearly, we've seen it pour out of people. Clearly now they're using it as a physical thing. I secretly think that ichorite and the SD card idea, it's not really like that, but it's kind of like that. I think they're able to control people through that. Like when someone dies in this game, because the way their consciousness is, they can just be transferred to another body, so you don't really die, even if you're murdered like this. But if the ichorite chip in the back of your head is destroyed or shot or whatever, then you're dead forever. Like, there ain't no uploading yourself into the cloud then. And he's asked us to kill a few people, and we've met people who have died. Like the green guy had the ichorite pouring out of his eyes and his mouth and his nose and his ears. It was like purpley stuff. It's really messed up. Definitely like nectar of the gods, but in this case, this is like a secret sex cult, secret society. All the upper echelons, like governors, police chiefs, you name it. And this stranger guy talking to us, I wish he could. His original voice was all scrambled like a demon. It sounded cool. Now he just sounds like a typical mobster guy. I think he's part of a cult of trying to create anarchy. He's probably going to ask us to kill another one of them. So on Icarus, he asked us to do that. And I did it. I said, fuck it. Like, if anybody can upset... Now, you're probably going to see what the ichorite...
Drake Star? I thought he was using a different body. The actor and the senator's husband. They've always been inseparable. He looks like a victim.
Maybe he transferred his
there
consciousness.
Can be ecstasy in death.
Right.
It's an expensive fetish.
Maybe he transferred his consciousness into this body for all the dirty play. It's like autoerotic asphyxiation, but with your consciousness in a different body. You can see he kind of vom there as well. It's pretty cool. Well done. Obviously very triggering, fucked up stuff if you're you're sensitive to that stuff. So it's always very hard to tell who's not and who is. So I don't tend to even put trigger warnings up, because the way I look at it, like, I'm sad people have this kind of stuff going on, and it's their life. I can't know everybody's trauma, and no one should. It's kind of their own business. No one should know. So me putting trigger warnings on everything is just not good enough. You'd spend your day trying to protect others from things, and you just can't. The only thing that they can do is protect themselves from their trauma. Hence why we live in a world where you've got main character syndrome, trauma dumpers, and just general attention seekers. It's very tough. Unfortunately, empathy is at an all-time low in society, and it shouldn't be. We should be patient and empathetic first and foremost, but it's very hard when you have chronically fucked up people being online. It's no longer just chronically online people, it's chronically fucked up, because they just can't think about anything but themselves. You're just like, well, nice knowing you, but I can't be your babysitter. I can't. If you have trauma, you look into the game and then don't play it. Don't hold people responsible, or
it helps to establish a shooting position.
Fucking, you know, almost prisoner because of your trauma. That's always a weird one to me. I don't care. Like, people bring up streamers mentioning about trauma dumper. I'm like, if I know you, or if we're having a chat about something and you decide to divulge something like that, that's you. You know, that's all on you. That's your life. It's whether you chose to do that. It's extremely personal, and it'll never leave my mouth. But I'm not going to scream at you for trauma dumping or something. That's horrible. That's so insensitive. Now, the idea of someone coming in and randomly dropping that stuff when it has absolutely, I don't know you from Adam, and it has absolutely no correlation to anything going on screen, let alone the conversation we're having, yes, that's trauma dumping. I'm sorry, but it is. That's, look at me, pick me, look at my fucked up life. That's dangerous. You gotta shut that shit down. That sucks, but that's the way we look at it. We need to stop babysitting people and stop babying them and snowflake shit, you know. That's not how things go. You can be patient and empathetic and fucking, or sympathetic, I suppose is a better word for that one. But what difference does it make if they're going to be weird attention seeking stuff? And trust me, these are people in their 30s and 40s. I'm not talking about little teenagers coming in crying that their parents give out to them. I'm talking about meant to be fully grown people. They're not mentally grown though, sadly. You deal with this on a regular basis.
Bled out before you shot him.
And maybe in the 90s and 2000s things were different.
Unlike the rest, this
people
one was murdered voluntarily.
Take it more seriously.
However fucked up that sounds.
It's not where we are now. We're in the world of clout, attention seeking, and as I said, pick-me's. The pick-me's that are everywhere. Not just the pick-me girls, the pick-me people. Everyone thinks they're the main characters, so everyone shut up and listen to them. Shut the fuck up. Not about that at all. You won't find me fucking listening to that shit for very long.
Presumably, the senator had
I'm
a
an
pleasurable
extremely
time.
sympathetic and patient person. Someone comes and divulges something to me or confides in me, Jesus. Never leave my lips, and I will listen. I'm a good listener. It's the most powerful tool we have, and we don't use them enough. But I can tell the difference between that and someone just see it time and time again. Good lord, when it's sped up like that, it's pretty dirty. So it seems like the cult itself was like a death cult. It seems, unless they were controlled, it's possible that they controlled the concubines to kill them on command. Seems like that's what they were doing. We're almost at the bottom of it.
Used it as a shield.
Unfortunately, the detective doesn't quite get it yet.
She gets hit and plays dead. Smart move.
Where'd she go? It happens so fast. No, he comes in, starts fucking guns blazing. But he had already slit her throat. But it might have been play death. This is what I'm saying. And people, that kind of stuff they like as well, or even just blood play. Trust me, you don't know the half of the kinks out there in the world. People do like that stuff. They draw a little blood when something goes terribly wrong. He said she played there. She didn't get hit, did she? She dodged the bullet. Was she playing dead? She fucking was.
Was she trying to escape?
Of course. Does she remember what she did? You shot that statue. This is the hard part. If you load the little time bubble too early, you can't see what. There you go. The knife.
Ritual toy.
Yeah, see?
Sharp. The senator must have held it.
Wait, how is it ritual toy but then sharp? Which is it?
Drake's blood. And maybe yours too.
Oh, don't worry. I'm fine.
Just maybe made to look like a toy. I don't know. They might have been all. This might have been the part of the cult.
She was always ready to fight. That's why people believed in her.
Who is he talking about when he says that? This is where I'm getting confused. Alright, and she tried to see. The shooter might be the stranger on the phone. This could be someone else besides the shooter.
Was she waiting for her moment?
She was. No, the shooter thought they were both dead. Was the shooter aiming for her? Maybe these little concubines were actually the female like people of power, you know? That kind of eyes wide shut stuff. So that could have been like the governor herself. I thought they were just hired prostitutes, but not. They're here for the sex acts as well. But was she meant to kill him? Was that part of it? Seems like if it's a ritual toy, it makes me think that they didn't know they were gonna die. So she went to then he basically was like, job done, nicely done. You can see some kind of glasses or something. She was like, not so fucking fast, motherfucker. Question is, this guy's obviously survived. Who the fuck is
Drake had type O negative blood.
Type O negative.
She surprised you?
So yeah, I think the world could stand for us all to be a bit more patient and nicer with each other, but then we go too far as well. I don't know. In certain cases, like, we're more open about things, and I'm very grateful for that. But it's caused this weird backlash. Damn, she jumped on him just as he did it. He shot from under his arm, probably with the gun still in its holster. That's really cool. That's some John Wick stuff. Well done. Shot her. Probably did not get the stab off. But as James said, maybe. How did it do that? Maybe, why does he keep doing it? Maybe he did.
Ton of lead and burned skin. They had to struggle, but he had the upper hand. A 9mm beats a piece
Might
of
still
steel.
have enough strength to slash at him.
She crawled away. Didn't you notice? Something else get your attention?
What are they doing? You stared out. I still don't know the she part of all this. I missed one little piece of dialogue. That's all it takes. Oh? Someone else shoot at him?
She almost gets you.
Yeah.
I guess you're on her side.
I can tell you that if she got you, she'd have my vote.
Look at that. So I think it was the governor. Okay, I've been misconstruing these chicks as like prostitutes. They're not. I think these were all the ladies. That's how they dressed up. You did say theme party. I get it. It was a real night. Did these guys know it was?
Ribs. You crushed her when you fell on her, and she still didn't give up.
You underestimate me.
Aha, so it is you. He just admitted it there. Yeah, I'm thinking this. Maybe they did know they were being killed, and it's that twisted of a cult that they know that they'll just transfer to a new body. Weird. Like absolute death fantasy stuff.
At least I understand the low position you shot Blagojevich from. And remember, Kate is shot in this direction. Good to know that not everything goes your way.
How do
It's
you
going great.
how do you be a detective hunting down a killer in a world where
So
people
you
can
scurried
change bodies?
away like a
Jeez.
cockroach.
He's a sender, yeah, governor, sender, whichever one. Oh yes. Go big to see me complain that he kept running away. Bollocks. Yeah. I know they used to not let you use torrents. So good on you. What did you think of the first part of that boss? I bet you're like anybody else. Oh, here we go. I debate that Malakat's actually harder with much less health, so you don't need to fight him. Yes. people have they struggle with the Dragonic Tree Sentinel outside of Malakat's boss area. It cracks me up. Malakat's my favorite boss. I like his backstory. I like that you see him in the game beforehand. I like his whole story, the destined death. He's another tragic figure. I like that guy. He unfortunately doesn't have any story in DLC. There's a lot of people wanted Godwyn as well, and I'm like, look, Godwyn's done, I get it. You need a prequel for that. But Malakat deserved a little bit something. Best boss probably Malakat. There you go, his reveals are so cool, felt like an epic showdown. Worst boss probably all the dragons, them flying away and irritating. Yeah, I guess. Every boss had that, it was extremely annoying. Fire Giant's role, never... trust me, not all their games are like that. I don't know why. Every time they make a game, something gets overdone, and that game it is the rolling away. Even Melania's fucking semicircle roll that you do, or jump, whatever the fuck it was. You do it every time. It's always a sign of a combat designer, director, being a perfectionist and constantly going back over his work. And yeah, just break up the action a little bit. I like the Lich Dragons. I'll let them go. They're amazing. And then I like Flakies, whatever. It's interesting. A lot of shit turned invisible. Because they have to clarify this. My friend tells me something really personal. A stranger in the street walks up to me and tells me something personal. That's the weirdo do. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how it's any different. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, people don't seem to get the difference. Of course, yeah. Like if somebody just stopped you in the street, you think they were a psycho attacker. That's why I try and get at people. But the issue is you have to ask the intent behind that, you know. When you talk about this stuff, it makes people withdraw and feel like, am I doing that, or should I never talk about stuff? That's not where I'm coming from at all. Like as I said, I keep these things. People tell me personal stuff, and then they'll bring it up again, and I'm like, oops, I forgot that, because it's not my business to know, you know, that kind of way. So if people want to have a chat and they divulge something, and it's like, wow, that's a real personal moment. I usually always talk about it. I'm like, wow, must have been big of you to mention, you know. And it never leaves my lips, you know. So never feel bad about that kind of stuff. We all know each other long time. But yeah, when it's people just coming in, you'd be playing a certain game or something, right, and it might have sensitive stuff, and they just immediately dump, or they immediately, that's like me for real type stuff, you know. It's like a new meme to do now, where it's like everything in life I have to relate to. I'm like, no, you don't. And stop stealing people's stories and stop stealing their thunder. It drives me bonkers. It's like becoming a slow but sure pet peeve, where people can't finish, be talking about something personal and talking about an experience they had, and the motherfucker won't let them finish, and they immediately swoop in and try and relate to the story. I get it, like people can be socially inept, but it is extremely rude of something to do, and it also makes them close off as well. I hate when people do that. It's an incessive need to relate and be part of the conversation. It's a childish trait. I need to steal your thunder because you're talking about something personal. That's just like me, for real. That's what they call it. It's a stupid thing the kids say, but it's basically, that's just like me. Where, like I said, it's main character syndrome, where everything has to be about them, no matter how fucked up you are. Like I said, teenagers and kids do it all the time, and you permit it, and you're like, that's fucking stupid of them to do. And adults keep doing it, and then you're like, well, someone needs an ass whooping. That's as simple as that. Get them out. It's just a bad habit like anything else. I think we're all just so socially broken from the internet long before COVID, and then COVID, as I said, just turned it up to 11. It basically pushed society 50 years backwards. So now we just don't know how to hold a conversation. We either have to make it about us, that's what I'm saying, the most powerful tool right now is to be a good listener. It's the most powerful thing you can have. And even if you don't understand what they're talking about, even if you've no idea where they're coming from, just fucking listen. That's all you can do. Most powerful fucking thing. It's very hard for people to do. Then again, if you're just sat there doing nothing either, then they'll take offense. But yeah, it's hard to talk about this stuff because people do take offense. It's not my fault, but sometimes you kind of need to hear this stuff, so Sometimes if it hurts you a little bit, it usually means it's fucking true. Alright, this is the thing I'm talking about. When you load the bubble in, you need to be outside of it or it won't let it click. Something over here? Damn it. Now the reason why this guy's all glitchy and everyone else is there is because he's still alive. He's the guy talking on the phone. Yeah. Nothing I say is ever meant as offensive. Not worried about offending people. It's just nice to preface this stuff because, like I said, people get the wrong end of the stick. Same way where people will read a text the wrong way, you know. It's good to have these conversations. Like I said, I never shy away from a bit of, be it politics, be it religion, be it about, you know, personal fucking experiences or inadequacies or weird personal traits. I like it because I'm a kind of a observer rather than a participator, bit of an introvert, and I tend to enjoy people watching. Not stalking, that's extremely dangerous. No, more like I'm having a cup of tea outside or I'm eating my lunch and you just tend to see how people interact together, how they, you know. We've all been there, the car crash TV where it's like you can't look away, maybe someone's getting arrested or getting into a fight. Alright, where am I looking for here? That's awkward. I think he's shooting over here, maybe? Someone behind here? Where is it? This is a tough one. It's just a small window. I can see him slides over. Oh. Looks like he did get injured, but he's talking on the phone. He must have survived. Oh, there it is. Bollocks. It was never on him at all. The bullet hole behind him.
Probably Cadis's.
This one's 8mm.
I wonder how that got here. They almost got you. You had to find a way. And you did.
But yeah, I won't shy away from talking about it because it's good. I mean, most of these people, they don't know they're doing it. There's no harm in it. It's just a bad habit, like anything else. They're not bad people because of that. But if you don't catch it early, you will tend to make it worse for themselves. People eventually just snap and they'll go after.
Fuck. Don't underestimate.
Jesus, how did he know he was there?
I wouldn't dare.
He's shooting up there.
How long have you been planning to kill that chandelier?
The poor chandelier.
Lucky. But respect
Getting close to this killer guy.
Also a really good
He
shot.
seems like another typical gangster guy.
You made it.
My strength weapon was doing 2k a hit by the end. Wow. What was it, dude? The hammer.
Twisted in
I'm out. Have a good night. Cheers, mate. Thank you for coming in, dude. Good luck tomorrow in the paragliding. I hope it all goes well and I hope you get to go.
Monitoring?
Cheers, man. Doing well in this game. Yeah, I think I'm nearly at the end. Probably not. I haven't done much in the last half an hour.
These holograms must be stored somewhere. There must be some tapes here. But where?
The Monitoring Center. Yeah, of course. Any of these secret societies are the actually not secret at all, and all, especially the sex cults, they're all being recorded to use as blackmail later. 100%. Alright, let's go find this stuff. I don't know why the thing never worked. The flashlight's completely broken in here. I probably did it myself. Yeah, what? Oh, crazy. It's basically eyes wide shut, but like death cult because of the consciousness stuff. But the amount of power and safety that you'd have to know that you wouldn't be dead, you know? The trust, ultimate trust exercise, because if any of these senators, any of these people kill them fully, it's over. Must be like flatliners or something, you know, like getting off on near-death experiences. Like I said, bored rich people. This has been here the whole time. I could have pressed it.
A recording console. I wonder what it turns on.
What else are you gonna play? You gonna play some Ninja Gaiden, Bernie? Bernie has like 5 or 6 lines that he'll repeat. One of them is "You're doing well on this game." I know it, Bernie. I know it. We've almost got to the bottom of your boss. But now Vex is back. She was a great examiner of the bots. She'd be like, yes. Then she was silenced for a while. What happened? She got too close to it. God damn it. What's this? Hidden cannon?
Let's see where you take me.
I was close, and probably some room in the back or something. They seem like cameras.
This must be a dead end.
Yeah. Why is it a dead end? They're hidden cameras. We're trying to find the room, you see. Alas. Something you'd see in the 40s when they would film movies and that. And then, yeah, we knew it was back there. And it'd have a fake wall or a two-way mirror. So it's not gone yet. Sadly, that's what's become of Airbnbs. Some disgusting little pricks out there. They should be locked away for a long time. Basically, they set their home up for Airbnb, but not before they have two-way cameras, two-way mirrors. And they sell that footage. Creepy bastards. Mind yourself. You can bring very normal tools with you. I would do the same for hotels and anything. Aha, secret button.
Cables run deeper.
Open their head up or something, have a button. Classic James Bond. Yup. Careful. Oh, it's happening again. This is his Icarus.
Fuck. Not now.
Did he not bring Ambrosia with him?
So close.
He's probably going to end up dead by the end of the game, which is kind of sad. Come on. Look at this thing. Oh, pulled it back in. Nice. No fancy red button. Oh, we're going down or something. Cool. But yeah, like, you don't need to buy special tools or anything. There's inexpensive things you can use around the house that'll help you. You can check for two-way mirrors. You can check different technology. Oh, here we go.
Olympus comes with a pocket Hades.
Cool.
A frozen hell where people pay the price for the gods' eternal hangover.
So they would fuck the shit out of each other, then they would murder each other, and then be reborn downstairs. We still don't know where the bodies are coming from. I'm thinking it's clones without consciousness, if that makes any sense. But by the looks of it, they look like they're on life support here, so I think maybe they are conscious. Maybe it's closer to that movie, what was it called? I can't remember now. Fuck. Oh yeah, it's a bit like Prestige, right? It's a bit like Prestige now. Instead of they're dying and coming back as clones. But then, like, where does the consciousness come into it? Uploaded, like, how do you kick your new consciousness out of its body? What is this? Creepy.
Youngest bodies possible.
Yeah.
No certificates.
So yeah, they don't have. See, this is what I was thinking. Because they've mentioned how they have different bodies. So these are just clones or cadavers or possibly human trafficking. You know, we don't know for sure. It's pretty messed up. Don't have names. They're all Jane and John Doe's. Interesting. All, you know. And what was interesting as well is you can tell. That's why I was thinking maybe they're clones. They're not clones of the people. It's when he got into his new body, you are given, unfortunately, a lot of, like, you know, your allergies and from that body, and honestly, a lot of the health stuff that the body may suffer, like
this body.
It
should belong to an actor with his throat slit.
One time I had a stranger tell me what's going on in their life when I was putting my trolley back in Aldi and offered to pick up his walking stick, and he went on to tell me about how he just wanted his walking stick and had cancer or something. That sounds sensitive, heartless, but I couldn't give a shit since I was only spoke to him and asked that question. Right. Well, see now, there's a special example that even though everything I've said, old people, I give them a pass. I know that sounds completely fucking hypocritical, but I give old people a pass because they are so fucking lonely and they're treated like dirt. There's so much ageism and they're just seen as just a piss stain on society to hurry up and die, and that's not fucking fair. So I understand where you come from. Now, was it his fucking... Yeah, he shouldn't have bothered to open up like that, but sometimes you can just feel that they're so desperate to talk to anybody. That happens to me so much as well. That happens to me so much. I was sitting in a restaurant, I was chatting with someone, we get up to leave, and this woman just started a whole I was standing there to leave, a 45-minute conversation with her, and I enjoyed it. Like, she told me her whole life story. It was fine, you know. It was like, wow, you don't see that every day, and you could tell that she was delighted to talk to someone. But I'm telling you, it's like 45 minutes. I didn't know whether to be grateful or be pissed at the same time. When I thought about it later, I'm like, no, I thought that probably made that poor woman's day. The same with you. Now, if they're just an angry, bitter old person, then yeah, you don't need to listen to that. But someone where you can just genuinely sense
Right in this one.
a cry for help almost.
Age 21.
They're all
Some
age
unknown
21.
kid.
The former owner of the stabbed body.
They're all at the first subscription age.
Yeah.
If they didn't pay it, they could lose their bodies. But
I wonder do
Icarites,
people like sell their bodies?
why isn't anyone looking for them?
Orphanages. That's
What?
why Green and Coven funded them so generously. Only until they turned 21,
That's so
of
fucked up.
course.
So it's not clones.
Fuckers.
It's orphans they're using. Jesus. Maybe they might be abducted, but I get the vibe that they might just sell their body. That's weird. Like, it's the year 2300 or whatever. Why not clone? Why not clone people? You've everything else. You've literally discovered immortality through the passage of consciousness.
Same
Did
as
you
on
leave a
the
glove
table
here?
with Greens. He was here.
It's random, the glove is still there. Jay, I get you, dude. No, it can be pretty strange. You're like, what? Check the back. Sure.
All those innocent souls.
Where are their Icarites?
You already know that. The actor was hung up on them.
Motherfuckers.
That's so weird. They removed their Icarites. Their souls, their consciousness. He has it strung up there. Who knows what else? Probably using it inside that gel as well. Broken down bodies. Great. We don't know what this gel is exactly.
Fucking Icarite transmitter.
You want to try it out?
Fuck you. I'm not like them.
Kind of cool, isn't it? Like a physical manifestation of consciousness. Jesus, why is it always going to be 50,000 vehicles? Yeah, like, don't feel bad about something like that. Like, what the fuck? It's always just a random thing that happens. And I was in a charity shop. That's pretty much the only thrifting you can do in Ireland. And same thing again, there was a volunteer, the older lady. Told me about how she was a nurse and she lived in America for a bit of her life and now she volunteers. And yeah, the thing about it is, right, this is the difference, is you either sense the selfish nature behind it or there's none, you know. And most old people, unless they're having a go and like saying like kids or shit or whatever, oh damn youth of today or whatever, just being bitter or whatever. But for the most part, no, they just want to have a chat. I get that, but you're right, you know, everyone's different. You might have both the good and in these two cases, I could clearly tell that they just
Green was
wanted to have a
probably
chat.
using the recordings for blackmail.
No matter how much evil was around, Green would still grab them by the balls.
Better focus on you.
God, he was a slimy
You have your
bastard.
5 fucking minutes of fame.
I warn you that I may
Well, I'm gonna
disappoint
worry
you.
about someone else. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what?
No, it's not insensitive heart.
This is
I get it.
Green. Senator.
You don't know where they're coming
He's the one killing them all. It doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Did you force him to do it?
How the fuck did you do that? What did you have on him?
That's your job.
from. Yeah, see, they make it sound like it's
I don't want to get overly involved. I'm not your cheap little
blackmail?
slum
It's not.
secretary. Sara Kai.
What? How the fuck did you get her full name?
Did you think you're the only one I spend time with?
Sarah? You there? Fuck. I've restored the power. That should work. If you do anything to her, I'll find you and take you apart piece by piece.
Don't keep me waiting.
Yeah, it's probably going to end up being Green or something in a new body. That's what I'm thinking. This voice is too just normy, you know. You see them all shooting there. See his fucking center all along. He's probably another body, you know. We can't trust anybody. I think they're all being manipulated. They've found a way to not only pass consciousness. I think he's found a way to control consciousness through the Icarite. That's what I think the big bamboozle is, because we've now seen 3 people. Well, one of them killed like fucking 15. Another one here, same thing again. This is close to the Icarus again, where somebody who apparently are working together,
Just
turns around and kills
wondering,
like 10 or 15 people.
since you saw what Green's guests were capable of, will you trap their souls in
He's gonna give us another
bodies?
choice.
Fuck you.
Or will you let them return to Olympus like nothing happened?
What did you do to her?
You're gonna have a choice. They're all like the little hierarchy. Now they're trapped in those little bodies that haven't been released yet. It's killed everyone else. They've been down here that whole time. Well, this could have happened after Green died.
You can punish them.
I will find you.
Do you think anyone will find them here?
If I shut them in here.
Yes.
And the victims?
Maybe they want revenge.
What kind of sick game is
Giving
this?
us the choice
Or
again.
leave the door open. Your friends will find everything, and it'll blow over in a week.
Yeah, I've been playing it really fucked up, so I'm gonna keep doing it. He asked us to kill someone earlier. One of the head-ups. Basically, this stranger guy is trying to unmake the world, like take down all the higher-ups. Let's hope it doesn't end up with Sarah getting killed. We're kind of technically doing what he wants us to do, but I'm not doing it for him. I'm doing it to end the bullshit.
When I was
See, that one was very confusing, I'm not gonna lie. Even by the end, I didn't really get it. I couldn't. I know you mentioned the senator and that as well, but I was hoping we'd get his identity. It seemed like the shooter was him, and then by the end, they were like, nope.